My name is China, and welcome to episode 5 of the Mandems Voice. So guys, if this is the first time you're watching this, so what I want to ask you to do, please like the video. The reason why you have to like the video is the one metric that YouTube uses to push out the content. So all you got to do is like it. It's free. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and drop some content, drop some comments. I always check out the comments, always the feedback. And if you're in your bag and you really feel like it, then subscribe to our membership. We have 3 separate tiers. So guys, I'm joined by a really lovely group of people today. It's a little bit smaller than usual, but this is because I want to get into the conversation. So I'm going to get straight to it. I'm going to go from left to right. And I mean, you probably recognize her before if you haven't done so, but I'm going to let her introduce herself. Who do we have on the left of me?
Hi, everybody. It's Dinalva. If you do not know about me, don't hear what they say. I'm not a troublemaker. I'm very sweet and very nice.
Okay. Dinalva, where have people seen you before? Just like for everyone that doesn't know you, where have we seen you before?
Mostly there's 2 things. One is the panel on Pearly Things with Andrew Tate. Or when
Andrew Tate, yeah?
Yeah. Or when I took Castillo's money.
Oh, was that you did a show with Castillo as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you've gone quite viral. Okay, cool. So tell us one thing about you that you've never told anyone before.
I don't know, I'm quite vocal. I guess I have a soft heart.
I mean, I don't think anyone was going to believe that, but...
That's why I don't say it to anyone.
When you say a soft heart, what do you mean?
I'm one of those people that is very tough on the outside, but is a sucker for love on the inside.
Okay.
It's crazy. It's the total opposite. That's why I guard it strong.
Okay. All right. And so one of the things that I say is, so what do you do? I always say, what do you do, your side hustle or your passion? Because none of the careers define you. So what is it that you do?
That's a really heavy question to ask me. I do a lot.
You do a lot.
Essentially, my mission is to just live life to be good at what I'm good at.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So on the right of me, who do we have?
So I've got Laura, and I am a single mum of 2.
Okay.
I work in the film industry as a makeup artist and also a college lecturer as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you're a single mother. How many kids do you have?
So I've got 2, son and daughter.
Yeah.
And they're both at high school.
Okay.
And I've been a single mum for about 9 years.
Okay. Don't worry, we're going to get into that later on. Baby mama, don't worry, we're going to get into that later on. And last but certainly not least, my guy on the right-hand side of me, introduce yourself.
My name is Moss Media, creative director, graphics designer. You know, what else do you want to know about me?
Yeah, so tell us, when you say creative director, graphic designer, what does that mean?
Like branding, fashion branding, you know, many things. I'm a man of many talents, you know. If they come check out my page and come see what I'm about, to be fair.
Is there anything that they've...
Don't know about what I do.
Yeah,
like music videos, for example. I shot a lot of music video for a lot of artists. SL, you know, I worked with French Montana before.
Okay.
Worked with many artists, to be honest, you know.
Okay.
But
You got a big deal.
yeah, but obviously, you know, after COVID, I started doing more art and more graphics design. So then it kind of changed my love for music videos into more art. And that's where I'm at now. You know, I kind of more like my piece now.
So tell us something that you've never told anyone else.
Yeah, that's a mad question.
The reason why I say that is because it's like everyone's always got that one thing that they haven't told anyone else, and they're like, actually, wait.
No, because I ain't lied. I'm an open book, like you say.
Yeah.
But the one thing that no one really know about me, fucking no. Okay, I wanna go to Australia and learn to surf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I used to like surfing in Yorkshire, yeah, and my stepdad always do to talk about Australia.
Yeah.
So I just have a dream in my head that I'm gonna go there and learn to surf, and I'm gonna do it soon. Now the COVID thing's gone down, I'm gonna go there. So that's one thing I ain't told no one, but I'm gonna do it.
You know what I mean? You will.
I will, 100%. I wanted to go to Switzerland as well. I went there about a few weeks ago.
Okay.
So yeah, I just ticking off things. You know?
All right, so guys, I mean, everyone's seen my content, right? And people seem to say, people think I've got a problem with single mothers and baby mamas, but I don't. Some people think I've got a fetish with baby mamas. They're like, man, you really love these. I do. I love all of.
Obsession.
I mean,
Wow.
I have experience with baby mamas.
Nah.
So what?
You have a baby mother?
No, I don't.
Oh, so you used to be linking baby mothers.
Yeah, of course.
You're a stepdaddy.
okay.
No, I was not. I was never a stepdaddy. I wouldn't. I was never a stepdaddy.
Okay.
But
So you were a walking toy for a baby
I
mother.
wouldn't say walking toy. I would say they were a walking toy for me.
I think it was mutual, but come on.
Carry on. Continue.
All right, cool. Anyway, back to the baby mama. So I get a lot of stick on it on social media, and I did a show before, and I spoke. It was actually called Cold Winter for Single Mothers in the UK. Guys, make sure you go check out that show. I hit with lots of stats, and I think after that show we got some clips. Naomi, I'm not a single mother. I'm not a baby mama. I'm a single mother. That went viral as well. So I'm fortunate to have you here as well as a single mother too. And I've got a few questions I want to put towards you. And so, have you got any kids?
I don't have kids.
Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I got three. I got three children, 3 kids.
Okay. So do you have boys, girls?
I got 2 girls, 1 boy.
Okay, so this is gonna be perfect, right? So I don't have any kids. So we've got 2 people here with no kids, and we've got 2 people here with kids, right? So we're gonna get straight to it. Are you currently?
Wait.
Go on.
Can I try?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me,
Right,
we got these.
you know what? We got straight into it. So these are the ice slush shoes. Everyone knows about this, guys. These are frozen slush drinks. They're in loads of shops, over 100 shops. London's, Costco, Nisa, Premier, over 27 flavors, 10 currently in the shop, and just go enjoy them.
But
Trust me.
I've been waiting the whole time for this.
Go on. Have your moment.
I want to try it from the box.
Trust
straight.
me, I got a mixed man with a Maggie. You know what I'm saying? I'll try it.
That
I'll
is
try it.
needed today.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not too sweet, but it's sweet.
I mean,
That's the
Great
best
balance.
flavour.
Just like
that
you.
one is the best flavour.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Everyone good?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. Cool. I feel like
Wow.
everyone had to have that little
Delish.
ice slush shoe before we can
I
get the game
like
going.
this very much.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, guys. I haven't paid him to say this either. This is genuine feedback.
They are the best.
No, it's nice, it's
slushies,
nice.
they
So
are.
we're gonna get straight forward. We're gonna get straight into it. So guys, the baby mamas, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Just bear with me. Bear with me, right? So taking accountability is a hot topic on both sides of the aisle when it comes to men, women, and children. Women continue the narrative that if a man doesn't want to be a father, then he shouldn't have laid down with a woman in the first place. Men are saying that it's a woman's responsibility to choose good men to have kids with and to avoid pregnancy with contraception and birth control. Regardless of what side of the fence that you sit on, looking into pop culture and the news, the issue of single women becoming baby mamas is only getting worse as time goes on. So what is a baby mama? A baby mama can be defined as a woman that's had child out of wedlock. This is for everybody that wants to keep coming at me. This is what a baby mama, no, because they keep asking me, what is a baby mama? So a baby mama is a woman that can be defined as having a child out of wedlock, okay? Cool. So case in point, Xavier Howard, an American football player with the Miami Dolphins, is rumored to have 4 women pregnant at the same time. So let me say this again. 4 women pregnant at the same time. He already has 2 children with an ex-fiancée and is going to have child 3, 4, 5, 6 at the same time. At least 2 of these confirmed baby mamas are either OnlyFans models or adult film stars. Pertaining to the title of this segment, this begs the question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Whose fault is this situation? Is it Xavier Howard's for being irresponsible with his seed, or is it the 4 baby mamas' fault for having unprotected sex with this man? So guys, before you answer, I want you to think about a few things. The 4th confirmed baby mama of OnlyFans model named by the name of Tapped In With Ty has aired out all of her business with him on social media, including text message of him begging her to delete the child, abort it. So she has contacted all of his other baby mamas and has led to some of interaction between her and the other women. So Xavier Howard is on a 3 to 5 year, $90 million contract with the Miami Dolphins. It should be noted that number one way that American athletes go broke is alimony and child support. So 90 million might sound like a lot, but how long is that going to last coming from a man with only a 6-year average career? Okay, so I want to get straight to you, Dinalva.
Yes.
Who do you blame for this situation? The footballer getting the woman pregnant or the man for sleeping with the woman?
Brethren, it takes 2 to tango. What the hell? So she's stupid for fucking with a guy that obviously is not it. There's track record. And he's an idiot for continuing to go there, barebacking a lot of girls. At the same time, you're filthy. Like, do you know what you can catch from that? So realistically, you're both as tapped as each other.
Yeah, but don't you think so? Okay, so
Bearing in mind, he's also going to be banging OF girls. Like, what kind of man is this?
Yeah, but what about the women? So what about the women that knowingly sleep with a man that knows that he's having three? Like, what does that make of the woman that would you sleep with a man or have a child with a man that's already having 3 other women pregnant
No,
at the same
that's what I
time?
said. They're both established each other because, come on, you as a woman now, you're probably looking at having a baby with this guy as a meal ticket. You can get off OnlyFans because you're going to have alimony. So these men need to be aware of the fact that there's predatory women out there looking after your cash through motherhood. And that is why a guy that is doing all of these dumb things, he'll get caught eventually. You're like bait jumping in the middle of the shark-infested ocean. Like,
So what about women that choose, they're actually actively going out to make themselves into single mothers, baby mamas, by having a baby with a guy that you know is already has 3 other women pregnant at the same time, and you're not going to be his priority. So you're actively making yourself a single mother.
Yeah, but bro, you can't. I don't think it's just actively making a single mother though, because you got to look at it look at it like a man, right? How many men you know that get cars that break down? Yeah, and they don't think about that when they get their car. They think of the beauty of the car.
Yeah.
But
then what? 2-3 year later, breaks down. Yeah, and it's expensive to fix. It's more hassle. You know what I'm saying? Similar thing with the women with the men. You know, they just look good. It looks good. You know what I'm saying? It might look amazing, but then you know.
Yeah, but what? Wait. So what are you?
You said you're asking who's the fault in that victim.
No, because I'm saying.
Because out of the situation of that man. That man is the one who's got the power in that situation.
But who controls who gives birth?
Women.
So who really has the power?
Of course. But because it's like I say, my man sold a good dream, though, bro.
No, but what dream did he sell? So what I'm trying to say is like, if you
he sold a good
90
dream.
million.
Yeah, like, I know a lot of man. Yeah,
okay, for example, if a woman had
I said a lot of dreams in 90 mil.
for example, if a woman had three separate baby fathers, right? I'm not about to be number 4.
No, I agree.
So why would a woman choose? Obviously, there's the money factor. Okay, cool. But lots of women do this without the money factor. They'll choose a man that's got 3 baby mamas and ain't got no money.
He's got 90 M's, yeah? He's the one that has to kind of secure his money, bro. Be careful how he's swinging his dick around. Because obviously, you know, these women, they might not be saying it, but they don't. Like my man don't really give a fuck if he has a baby. He just thinks, fuck it. Like, it's just a moment in life. You know what I'm saying? They might be thinking the same thing. It's another moment in life, but he's got 90 M's.
Look, what do you think?
It's a big ticket to sell. Like,
Who'd you blame in that scenario? The 4 baby mamas that actively got with a man that they knew was having multiple baby mamas at the same time, and she chose to go and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Or do you like?
I mean, the scenario is they weren't in official relationships.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They
Yeah,
were just sleeping with each other.
because none of these
Both
women.
of their
Yeah,
responsibility.
yeah.
It is.
But
It's both.
see, this is the problem, right? Yes, it is. But if my sister comes home pregnant and she tells me, "Oh, you know what? Some guy slept with me, but it's his responsibility too." Who's the one that gets left picking it up? Like, it's always the woman, right? Who's the one that's going to be the single mother when men in the future come up to you and they don't want to maybe affect your date? So it's always the woman that got to protect themselves first, right?
I agree with that. I agree.
But a man as well, it's both ways.
Yeah,
Otherwise it costs him a lot.
Protection for men.
I get this, yeah, I get this. But what I'm trying to say to you, no baby is born, no baby comes in this world because it all comes down to a woman, right? So my body, my choice. What we're talking about? You can't control what a woman does with her body.
No, but it's just one of those things. Then it just goes to then forcing people to always have a mindset of going to the deletion point where, you know, like you said, abort. It's not every single woman that is actually as open and comfortable with even considering that situation, number one. And then number 2, there's different reasons why women even are in those situations, because some women really just want to have children. And up until the point that this waste man, Prince Charming, showed up, they didn't have that opportunity. So they decided to do it with him. And he portrayed himself as competent in terms of protecting and providing. That's it. Tick, tick, tick. By the definitions of what the world says is a man, he's a man. Give me my baby. He's going to have good genes and we're going to pattern. And at least you should be present a little bit because you got money.
Of course.
So money buys you time. So you've got time to give to my kid.
But money,
kind of the maths. That
but
makes
money,
it make sense.
but Dinalva, money is not the most important thing, though.
No, of course not. But
so it can't replace a father's time. So if you actively go and have a baby with a man that's having multiple women, right, and he's not going to be present, then that's going to affect your child regardless, because he's not going to have a father that's present, right? Of
course.
But that's something that you don't know until the moment comes.
Well, come on. If you're having a baby with a guy this is like the future scenario. I don't feel like everyone, for me, Ciara wasn't a good woman. Do you know why she wasn't a good woman? Because when she had a baby with Future, I saw he already had 4 baby moms already. Like,
I get that.
Yeah.
But
So-
you know, it's when you were saying about, like, say, for example, your sister come home, say, rare. How many men with that much M's have jammed it on your sister? Like,
No, but what I'm saying, women do that. We're talking about a guy with money.
I know, because
let's take that out. Women do this for the guy on the
like, you know,
women do this for the guy on the streets.
Ciara
That's
done
got
that, yeah.
some-
Yeah, but I saw an interview and he doesn't pay for his kid.
Who? Future.
Yeah,
I
she was laughing.
swear done.
And they said,
Okay.
Yeah, but that's
how
even.
much?
Yeah,
But she had a career by herself. She was an established woman.
yeah,
She
but,
did it because she thought like.
Yeah, but how can you
could
be a good
change
quality
it.
woman with no kids and then you take yourself to date Future, who has a history of having multiple women, right? Yeah, and you go and try to be with him, and then you have a child by him, and then you want everyone to feel sorry for you afterwards.
think-
you dated Future, you knew what was gonna get.
I
But
agree
you've
with
got to
that in
think,
that sense.
how's he pulling these women?
But that's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
the
Yeah,
courting
because
process
bro,
is
like,
like
serious.
his sense of humour, he must schmooze.
bro, you got to look at it
got
like
game.
Time.
He's got
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
He's
we've
got-
been talking about high value men, yeah. You talk about high value men, yeah. Now, obviously, you understand if it's a high value man, he can finesse, bro.
Oh,
Like I like because
finesse
we're
o'clock.
talking. I know men that ain't high value men and they can finesse.
But bro, we're taking accountability for women's choices, bro.
We're not. We're talking about mistakes. This is mistakes here. This is a mistake. If that woman says that she ain't made a mistake when she's got to go for that, then obviously we're gonna.
Yeah,
have
but
to-
bro, a
we're
mistake can't
disagree.
produce a child, bro. That's not the
Of
mistake.
course,
That's
how many people
that's
like,
pro-
sorry, it was
But that's
a
because.
mistake.
But do you know what it is, bro? Because it's a mistake you can't turn back from.
Yeah,
Yes.
but no,
You-
but
you
you
have
see-
no choice,
You see what we're doing
you know?
right now, yeah? What we're doing is we're removing accountability from women for the men that they pick, and we're also removing accountability from men for
I feel
laying down
you.
women. So
I
my
feel
thing
you.
is
I
this,
feel
innit?
you. I feel you.
Like when you have sex with somebody, yeah. One of the outcomes of sex is producing kids.
Of course.
Yeah.
But-
So if you do produce a kid when you have sex, you can't be surprised, right?
But these 4 women you said in that example, yeah, how many of them women are moaning that they ain't happily engaged and
No.
living the life?
No.
Because I would imagine none of them are moaning about that because they weren't expecting that.
No, but bro, what I'm trying to say to you is that same thing.
you get what I mean, though?
No, it's not that.
Like-
It's what I'm trying to say is this thing where women are willing to have baby for men that they clearly know are not going to be around, and it is a problem because then what happens is these women become single mothers, and then they go out and they create single mothers' house. And you know the stats for it, but not only that, some of the effects that they have for themselves when they go out in the dating world. So what I'm saying to you is, women are knowingly making themselves into single mothers for all types of things, and this is not for just money. Like they do it for all types of things. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you go.
I was gonna say, well, that's only on this side of the coin. You know, single motherhood is not just caused by women making the wrong choices. In fact, it really can show you in so many cases that single motherhood is caused by the commitment that women make to men when they've assessed him to give him at least the basic acknowledgement that you are a man. There's a level of masculinity in you. But a lot of women are then not able to see the layers deep because it takes a lot of time. And people, even right now, people are pushing for, people need to get married, people need to have kids, and they're just going to create a bigger problem because you're not teaching people to look at the demon inside of somebody. That's what you need to find out first, because people are not trained to do that. Trust me, I wasn't trained to do
People
that.
should be together for a while before they have
Can I
a
ask you
child.
guys a question? So you guys said you had kids. Are they by the same person?
Same.
Yeah, same. 3
person.
kids, same person.
Okay, so if you didn't have them by the same person, how do you think that would affect?
It would affect my relationship massively.
How do you think?
In every way, shape, or form. How could I sleep in the same house and wake up with my children? Because if I got them in different houses, how would I do that? So that's the first thing. Sometimes if being a father, being a parent, it's the little things. It's the little stuff. It's like I know people that are super rich Iranians. They got put in boarding school, big money, yeah, but they don't get tucked in bed at night. They don't have someone they wake up in the morning when you want a milkshake. Like little things, like sometimes little things. So that's why I would never want multiple, because I wouldn't want to have to see my kid once a week or like just not wake up with them every day. It's the little things for me. That's the main reason why I stick it through the hard times with one partner. For mainly because of that. A lot of it's because of that reason. I want to wake up with my children. You know, I want to be in the same house till they could have strong enough to leave the nest. You know, that's important for me.
What about you, Laura?
I mean, my kids are with the same dad, so I haven't experienced it. But through my siblings,
Okay.
we've got different dads,
Yeah.
some of us. And my parents managed it amazingly.
Explain to me, how was that? So when you
Both
say,
of my parents, they've been married 3 times each.
oh wow, wow,
Yeah, no, wow.
But so my mum had
Have you
a
been married?
daughter. No, I've not been married. But my mum had a daughter with a first husband, and then had my brother and I with my dad,
Yes.
second husband. So we had different dads, and my sister's dad was an amazing man, and my dad and him had great respect for each other because one was with the daughter longer. So he had the dad had respect for the stepdad for raising the child when he's not there. And then my dad had respect for him because he's the dad.
How do you think that affected you growing up, seeing all this, like, because obviously marriage, people look at marriage like a union and forever, but obviously you saw it as like literally, like it's not forever. And
yeah, I mean, like in that circumstance, there's a big age gap between my sister and I. So she was kind of out of the house by the time I was remembering things. Because it was different marriages.
Of course,
I'm the youngest. Of course. So, but it's normal. It was normal. Every family has their own normal.
Yeah.
It could be not normal for somebody else, but it's your normal. So, there was no fighting or.
So when they got divorced, was it toxic relationship?
What, my dad?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in the same building since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So it was quite a toxic.
Do you think that affected like your relationship?
I think it made me not feel the need to get married.
Why?
Just because of if there's multiple amounts of marriages, whereas I don't feel it's as important.
No, I agree.
It's more
I
important
was
to
like
be in just a good, healthy relationship.
Guys, can I ask you a question? I'm gonna ask all of you.
Yeah.
Do you think marriage is just a piece of paper?
Me?
Yeah, because the reason why I asked it, there was a clip that went viral, and essentially, they would say I was on a podcast, and shout out to Alicia from Missing Peace podcast, because it was with her and it went viral, and she just said that what changes after you get married. It's, because to me, it's just a marriage, just a piece of paper. And I said to her, well, you would say that because you're baby mama and no one's who wants to marry you. And then it went viral.
yeah, it's like going crazy.
Yeah, but listen to this. The reason why, for me, first of all, marriage is not a contract. It's not just a piece of paper. Marriage is a covenant. It's a union.
Of course.
It's a covenant with God, right? Essentially, that's what it is. And whenever I speak about marriage, I don't actually speak about it in the Western terminology of marriage. In actual fact, I speak about it more in the traditional sense where it can be a blessing. I know for a lot of Muslim people as well, they can just call you their wife and that's what it is. I know in other different types of faiths as well, it's just blessing. It's not necessarily you have to go get that contract, yeah? That's how I speak about it. I didn't even know you signed the paper until I went to like a wedding, and I was like, what they doing? They're like, they need to sign the registry. I'm like, what's that? They're like, oh, that's what happens after. Because you see when you watch like TV, they never ever show that part. No. Unless it's EastEnders or something. There's always in the registry office. But when you watch the weddings on the programme, it's just like the big white wedding, and they throw it off. They don't see you signing no contract, but they do, right?
That is though. Nowadays, there's a lot of people probably that want to get married but not religious though, bro.
Yeah.
So you think people that want to get married and not religious, to them it's a bit of paper, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're religious, it's a bigger than a bit of paper.
And another thing, right? It's a piece of paper. So if you're already having premarital sex, I mean, some of you guys are just going straight to hell. I mean, but if you're having premarital sex, if you're living together, if you're already paying bills together, some people already have joint bank accounts, some people have kids already. Then if you've already done that and then you get married, nothing's really gonna change, because guess what? You already living a married life. Like,
that's my point.
You were living married, so nothing is gonna change for you. But if you did it the traditional way, in the sense of maybe you're still at home in your family's home, or you're living by yourself, then you get with the guy, then you get married, then you move in together, then you have kids, then a lot is going to change at that specific moment. But I think when people say, "Oh, marriage is just a piece of paper," it's because they are living it, and I think it's quite disrespectful to people that are married, and I come from a product of a 40-year marriage, and my siblings are 3 sister brother all married. I think it's quite disrespectful to say to people that have good relationships that it's just a piece of paper, because just because you can't attain it doesn't mean other people can't. But that's what I wanted to say. So yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think when we speak on this side of the world where there's a culture that is not as focused on spirituality and things that are beyond this realm, marriage is just a piece of paper. Whereas for me, the way that I see marriage, it's more that promise that you make to each other in witness to the universal energy to say, okay, we are going to create a life together, whatever that looks like, where we respect, trust, and love each other in the name of a mission to create offspring and a legacy that is long-lasting and healthy. that's it. That's what I think marriage is. And it doesn't, and a lot of the time people look at marriage almost as as possessive. I think people usually think as marriage, you have to be together all the time. But I grew up within a culture where the father is very present, but also very absent because it's international movement. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Your dad is traveling all the time, but he's at home. He's there. His photos are all over the place, but he's not there. And he also still works. So I think that the most important thing is that you do everything for your children. You do everything for that dynamic of love and respect and trust to never be broken. That's it. And that comes through communication and understanding that it takes time to know people and not everything is beef. You know what I mean? It's just conflict resolution, them things. That's, I think, what it's about.
A lot of modern people like myself, we won't believe in marriage because of all the divorce we saw. Like for me, my whole family, right? Everyone who got married divorced. The only one who didn't was my uncle, and he's still with his partner.
Okay.
So for me, like I said, I've been with my girl 16 years. Yeah, she got a ring. She's my fiance. Yeah. I want to get married. We probably would have got married already if it weren't for COVID. I probably would have already set the date and on the flown somewhere. I wanted to have a big wedding before, but now I want to.
Can I come?
Of course you can come.
Bro, my sister got married in COVID, and sorry, my sister got married in COVID, and it was one of the maddest things because you literally, I can't remember, I think it was like 9 guests on one side, 9 guests on the other, and then my mum and dad couldn't be there, so I gave her away, which is obviously amazing, and I always talk about I bring my sister because we're quite close, but I gave her away, but it was like, they had screens, they had cameras there, they had streaming going on, it was like everybody was watching it because of the whole COVID stuff, so, but... You know, she gave me a joke because my sister, she got married and in COVID and she had a baby in COVID. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Quick.
I mean, we could tell what they was doing.
Yeah, they were busy in COVID.
I mean, you could tell what you was doing in COVID, but she's a wife.
Definitely not bored.
I'm definitely not bored. But you know what it is? When she's a wife, I remember when she got married, and I was like, right. I was like, I said, it's like, you can... Your husband can slap your bum in front of my face. It's fine. He can kiss you. You're not mine. You don't. That's what I want. That's his. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
You see,
not to slap the bum part, but I know what you mean.
No, because it's not my sister. It's my sister, but that's his wife.
That's his wife. Now she belongs.
She belongs to him. That's what I want. No, and this is the thing. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. I'm just saying at that point, she's gotten married. She's not my responsibility anymore. She is,
of course,
but she's not.
Okay,
and
of course,
it was kind of. I remember when I was calling up my sister's phone, and certain times she wouldn't pick up, and I'm like, "Why aren't you picking up?" And she's like, "I got a husband, my kid." I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm not your main priority anymore." Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what do you think? It's a piece of. Well, you're saying you had a lot of divorce in your family, so
yeah. I mean,
16 years with your missus.
I mean, I could lie to you, but I'm not really a religious man, so and that just comes down to being left in the dark a lot as a child. I don't believe there's nothing there. So just because it's like when you actually have to face it, you realize.
What do you mean left in the dark as a child?
I don't want to get to everything in detail, but you know what I mean. It's like when you actually have to face fears and see if there's a ghost in the darkness, you find there is no ghost in the darkness.
So you don't believe in.
So
you don't
believe in ghosts. Don't believe in certain things. Do I believe in God? I believe in energies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe in energies. I definitely believe in energies. I believe people are connected to higher things. I don't believe in I believe it's a fear factor thing, a religion. Yeah, massive fear factor thing. I don't think it's good for a person to believe there's something higher than you at all times.
Ooh.
Because that limit you for the beginning of time.
But bro, that's basically pretty much the whole of society, bro.
I know.
So what are you saying? The whole
so why do you think the whole society is held down?
Ooh.
I'm asking, why do you think?
I wouldn't say because of...
not just because of religion, but are not wars started because of religion?
Yeah, but...
A lot of people die over religion.
Yeah, a lot of people, yeah.
When, for example, Africans called Paul Peter and whatever, is like religion was first and foremost. That's why I said spiritually rather than religion. Yeah. Spirits, I believe in spirits. But I mean, with a lot of religion, I mean, where I come from, I see a lot of pain. A lot of people bring me religion when they go through pain.
Yeah.
That don't make it real, bro.
I think...
Why is it not there? So I used to work for Michael Essien. He's a midfielder for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Like, when they spend all their peas when they're living, they forget about church for ages, bro. when times they really forget about church.
I think that's human nature, though.
Of course, I hear that. But then it's like same as a building. Why do you need a fancy building?
I think you need to see, for a lot of people, they haven't experienced God in their life and they haven't experienced the higher force. When you do, it's first of all, like I was raised in, but when you actually
course.
experience God in your life,
But your family, what, Christian?
yeah, Christian. I was raised
not Catholic.
I was raised Roman Catholic, but
Roman
obviously it changes later when they,
Yeah, of course.
pagans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I went to
But
Roman
us.
Catholic school,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
those are the fundamentals of the teaching that I was raised on. Like. That's why for me marriage is quite important, and I wouldn't have a baby out of wedlock.
I feel you.
And
I feel. I
that's
respect that.
partly because
You wouldn't have a baby out of wedlock.
Also, I would have had one already by now. And I think lots of men want to be married. Men want to be married. I know so many women, and even though it comes at the biggest risk for men, and because you have to understand, look, a man's gonna buy a ring. A lot of time he's gonna fit the bill. Depending on where you're from, he might have to pay a dowry.
Yeah, but you see, as a man, you're a man who wants to get married because of religion. Is that because of your family?
No.
No, but like you ain't got no God that spoke to you when you was a child and said, "I want you to go on this path." You got taught that path from your family.
Yeah.
No, but
no offense, not being rude. I'm just,
no, but bro,
you've had your family in your life. Most foster kids I know don't go church because they didn't have their family in their life. So there is no God that come and spoke to us.
But
if you get what I mean.
I think take away the paper, take away the contract, right? Take away the paper, because that's what I think everyone focuses on.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
When the whole idea of marriage is this is your other half. You're completing each other. You're about to go. You're about to step.
It's devotion.
It's not even devotion. It's you're about to become one. Two people become one, and then you create life, and then that life goes on further. Right? It's supposed to be something that you work through. Right? It's not supposed to be something that's overnight. And I think if not, then everyone talks about divorce and how all the people that break up, but people that boyfriend and girlfriend relationships break up at a higher rate. Well, everyone breaks up. That's good. Like. That's why when someone's dating someone, you can just wait your time. You can just patiently wait your time. You know what's going to happen. They're going to break up, right? But marriages, it takes a...
What do you mean patiently wait your turn?
Because... do you know
People
what?
don't believe it'll last forever anymore.
Because you know what? Because it's not yours, it's just your turn.
I'm just going to wait.
No, do you know what it is? Yeah, no, because it's not yours, it's just your turn. That's how it is. Yeah. It's only made to feel like it's yours. And this is why I always say, like, I don't put sex on a pedestal. And women like to use sex as a bargaining chip. They try to use it to men like it. But you have to understand, sex is an equal exchange, 50-50. You come, I come. If you don't come, that's up to you. But I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No,
but you got to understand.
No, but hold on a second. But I'm saying,
just a 50-50 thing.
No, but I'm saying sex is an equal exchange. But women will act like they give men sex. But you have to understand. Yes. A woman allows you sex.
But in a way, a woman does though, bro.
No, she gives you sex, but
as a man, we want sex as a primal thing. Yeah. We just fight that because we know we can't.
You think women don't want that?
I don't think all women want sex on a primal thing.
What? Are you alright?
I don't think that.
Bro, are you okay?
I don't think every woman.
You can never
has
sleep
sex
with.
on a
You can
thing.
never sleep with as many women as a woman can sleep with men. Are you alright?
No. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is as a man, right? We probably want to fuck like just because of fucking, yeah. So it is like it's not that it's a present, of course not. It's not something that should be on a pedestal from your partner, but it is definitely something that needs to be respected though. Yeah, it's definitely not something that you don't just get to come home and say I want my dick sucked.
Bro, women consume. Go look at why in their third drawer, bro. Why they all got the dildos and vibrators?
Of course, yeah. Of course, women want to please themselves, but I don't think they have an urge to just be attracted to every man that's good looking.
No, it's not that. But I'm saying
because you're a woman, yeah. Let me ask you this, right? Because you must see good looking men all the time, yeah. Do you, as an urge? Like a pit bull has an urge to bite, yeah?
No,
a man has an urge to fuck. It's not the same. Because when I watch these podcasts and men say things like, I love my wife. I don't cheat on her. I stay with my wife. But it doesn't mean when I see a woman on TV.
You can't say she's hot.
Can't say she's not hot. Of course, my body's saying she's hot. Of course she's hot. I'm looking at it. But I'm not going to take my urge and do nothing. I don't want to hurt my wife. But I don't think women think...
self-control. Yeah, I think, like, for example, for me... For example, I'm single and everybody's just like, oh, but you must have because they see my image and they...
Nah. Whenever a woman says she's single, there's one guy that's definitely tapping.
I agree.
100%.
But that's a different conversation.
There's one guy, because there's always one guy.
No, to be honest, there actually isn't. Wow. And I'll tell you why there actually isn't. Because I value myself so highly that unless you are the real deal, there's no point in you even touching this. That's
but how old are you?
I'm 30.
But yeah, when you get to that, I get it.
You get what I mean?
No, but if you was 19 or 20, I'd be thinking you're captain.
Yeah, but Dinalva.
Think about how, and that's very easy for me to do because
Dinalva.
I don't get, like, I can see a very good looking man, but then I don't just think, oh, you're good looking and then sexual arousal. I think, oh, you're really good looking. But...
Okay, Dinalva.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, no,
that's
okay.
easy.
Now, but Dinalva. Okay, you're 30, yeah?
Yeah.
you know, you're attractive lady. So you've had plenty of guys that have approached you. I'm sure you had proposals.
I have a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you had proposals as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So the only reason that you're not with a guy is because of the choices that you've made, right? Because you've had good guys, Dinalva. There's nowhere you're going to tell me you haven't had good guys. You just didn't rate them.
No. It's not that. It's just simply because I am prioritizing something that is more important to me than to have a relationship.
What's that? What's more important? What's more important than having a family?
That's my mission to the world.
What's your mission?
I'm looking to build myself to be in a position where I can make change, not just for my own legacy, but for the legacy of humanity.
But how can you have a legacy if you don't have kids?
And this is the thing. This is, as women, our maternal instinct is not just reserved for our children. You know what I mean? I think that sometimes there's women that open up that space so much that I don't really care about having a child with the wrong person. I care about having a child with the right person.
Yeah.
And until that person comes along, I am still nurturing the world around me because it keeps me still with that touch and that warmth that I will need when I start my own family.
Okay. No, I hear that. I hear that. But what I'm trying to say is I find it quite hard to believe, that you haven't had any decent men that have approached you in all the time you've been dating, and I believe that you just didn't appreciate them and you didn't rate them.
Listen, there's a lot of guys that I say, yeah, you tick a lot of boxes, but I'm not looking at you that way because at the same time, there's a lot of context in my personal life that means that I'm actually just not interested in starting that big chapter yet. I need time because me getting myself into that situation may actually cause us a shaky ground.
How long do you think? Because how long?
Yeah,
I don't
maybe she
know.
ain't met that person yet.
I don't look for and this is one of the things that I'm quite bent on. I don't look for their future husband. I will meet their future husband.
Like China, have you got a partner?
No.
Yeah, so it's like, the way I look at it with partners, it's like, you know, when you find that person and you can't help but just be around them every day, that's when you got the person you're going to be with.
That's it. It just happens.
But you might not, when my partner, it just happened. Like,
yeah.
I didn't tick boxes, bro. That's crazy. I think this tick boxing society is fucked because that's what's creating. What you want Action Man to pop up? Who you want to come?
No, I didn't ask you. So what about you? So do you think marriage is just a piece of paper? Well, you've seen three marriages on each side in your family, and that's a lot of piece of paper signed and ripped up.
Of course.
Are they both in happy marriages now?
Again.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you keep? See, when you're marriage minded, you're always gonna see. This is what I mean. When you're marriage minded, you're always gonna meet other people that are marriage minded. Yeah. But when you're not, you're always gonna meet people that are not minded.
But that's because I look at it like it's I thought it was an amazing thing. But when I was young, it's like you think it's amazing. You think a policeman is like a hero. You think
sickest job.
You think not a sickest job, but you think a policeman's a hero. You think like marriage is a magic. But then if you can be divorced, how's it magic if it's been divorced though? If you can change, why is it magic?
Takes the fairy tale away, makes it very
like it's not a fairy tale anymore.
Like your tooth falls out and it's.
Yeah, I think also with generations as well, it's different.
Go on. How do you mean?
I agree. No, I agree.
You know,
massively,
like before,
massively.
When, for example, single mothers.
Yeah.
So if a woman was to have fallen pregnant with her boyfriend, most partners would get married whilst the mother was pregnant.
Yeah.
So that the baby wasn't born outside of wedlock, because there's a whole stigma behind that. I mean, there was a time where if a woman was to have a baby on her own, she was classed as insane. But it happened and they were sent to hospital. This isn't actually long ago.
Yeah.
It's like some grandmothers.
Yeah.
And it's also society, like it's changed.
Times have changed.
100%.
I think it's not much. There's not as much of a pressure to get married.
Yeah.
For those reasons.
Do you consider women like that have multiple baby daddies? How do you look at them? Do you look any less of them?
No,
you don't.
Absolutely not. No.
So if a woman has
if
a woman has 3 separate baby daddies and you meet her and she's a single mother, you wouldn't.
No, but you're asking a question to someone who's got manners. If you're someone who's got manners, you're not going to sit here and say, "Oh, I'm judge that woman." But obviously,
no, but I don't judge them.
I think so. What
they could now be in the happiest relationship.
No, but I'm saying.
And there's
if I'll be honest, I'm not going to say that I judge that person, but I definitely would judge their decision.
Yeah.
I would judge their decision making. It's like, for example, right, in the world of a man,
And this is the problem with women, they're never honest. So what would you think if you if you met a girl and she's got 3 kids, but 3 separate baby daddies, what would you think of this girl?
I would just think you're a bit vulnerable and you're a bit gullible, maybe, and shit. Because it's one of them ones where one mistake, 2 mistake, 3 mistake. It's not a mistake.
I feel like you're trying to be nice.
No, I'm trying to be nice. 'Cause I'm a polite person.
But here's the thing.
It's like in a world of...
See,
if
honesty is rude...
No, but if I give you something to sow,
honesty.
if I give you something to sow and you fuck up, am I going to judge you on that?
Well, depends.
No, but I am though.
Yeah.
Because you fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry, you fucked up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to judge you on
Yeah.
that. Yeah. If you got 3 kids, but I'm not going to sit and say you made a bad decision. Well, obviously, the society will tell you that. It's not me.
But you're
it's
part
not
of
me to tell
society.
you that. I know.
So, but what I'm asking you, like, there's no one here that's got 3 baby daddies.
Of
but
course,
if you
of
met a
course.
girl with 3, she already said she's not going to say nothing because she's a woman, and women don't ever want to say.
It's not that we're not going to say anything, but you get judged
I get
either
you,
way.
of course.
If you're a woman that's never had kids, they get judged as well.
I mean,
I agree.
So it's each side. Of
all right, let's focus on this. You meet a woman with 3 kids, by 3 separate baby daddies, It's not about a judgment thing. This is purely about what you would think.
Of course.
What would you think? What would you think?
Like I said, I would definitely think like, bro, I don't really want to be the 4th. Like I think.
What would you think about her?
I would just think it's a bit loose at first. But that's just me being honest.
That's what we want, honesty.
Because if I met a woman, like say, if I met a woman the same age as me, a mixed race woman, and she's got a kid that's Chinese, kid that's Indian, and a kid that's like a black kid, Obviously, at first, I'm not going to judge her, but I would assume that obviously there's a reason for this.
Bro.
I would
I'd
assume.
say big up yourself for variety.
Bro, let me tell you a story.
100%. Sick variety. I love it.
Let me tell you a story.
But I would definitely say like, why is this?
Diversity and inclusion.
Let me tell you a story.
Yeah, I respect the diversity.
Yo, let me tell you a story. So, I remember when I was younger, like we used to live on a street, and we had this family. Right? I'm not gonna hot them up, innit? But basically, the mum was mixed race, Then she had a mixed race daughter, Then she had a son which was ginger. After that, and then after that, she had another mixed race son after that. So basically, obviously, I remember when I was younger, I was looking at this family, I just couldn't understand it when he was like, "Oh, that's my sister." But I was like, "Bro, you're ginger, bro," and she's basically black.
Like I think personally the colours don't matter because obviously there's families that have that from foster, from anything. It doesn't matter. That ain't an issue, but it's just like you said, if that is all just her kids and her relationship, failed relationships, then obviously like why is it? Why you keep picking these men that do this to you?
What about you? What do you think? If you see a woman with 3 kids by 3 separate baby daddies, what are you thinking about this woman? I'm not saying to you I'm not saying what you're gonna say to her.
I'd be like, shit, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. I wonder how you got yourself into that situation. And then I'd want to find out, because you also go to find that a lot of the time there could be some surprising stories that kind of break your stereotypical perspective on
100%.
that thing. Because I do know people that have got more than one baby father, and it's not because they were so loose, it's simply because the circumstances of life meant that having children with different men was one of the solutions to
that's an excuse.
being
I was gonna say
that's an excuse.
No,
I'm sorry. If a man goes out and says, you know what, I've got 3 baby mamas because of the situation in life, no, that lets me know you do not exercise sexual discipline. You are loose with your seed.
Because we was gonna ask that same question, but reverse it.
Yeah.
Fair enough, but I'm talking.
Because like your dad, how many? You said you got 10 kids.
Yeah,
how many?
You're talking about it from a perspective. Like, I guess my cultural lens is quite different.
Yeah, of course.
In my cultural lens, my people come from war, which means that as a woman, already, especially in those times, as a woman, you don't have as much kind of independent sort of power because there's no support there. So men are where you get your sustenances. That's it. So you will end up you have a baby with somebody that then abandons you. You go to the next man. Now when you're the next man, he needs to consummate, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
The partnership, the union. You have another one, and then that one can die or you can do whatever, and then you get another one. There's so many different contexts to life and cultural contexts that I feel like it's a bit unnecessary to just apply judgment. It's much better to wonder and find out the mystery behind a very peculiar story.
I don't think there's much mystery. I think a small amount of proportion of people, yes, it's going to be like that, but most people it's not because they were in war and they baby daddy got killed fighting the rebels. No, most people is because she was just outside busting it open and getting loose, and she picked wrong guys. They always, as we call them, the Chads and the Tyrones and the Jeromes. She picks the guys which she knows are not going to be around for a long time, and then she lays down with these guys and has babies with these guys. And then she doesn't just do this once. Once is a mistake. twice.
But you're making it seem like Chads and
times.
Tyrones are that common.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
very common.
They are and they're not,
They're
though,
very-
bro.
I'll be honest with you. Okay, so
They are if you're looking for
Because
them.
I know a lot of man, yeah, that are failed fathers and they ain't Chad or Tyrone, cuz.
okay.
They just ended up just being shitty fathers as well. Or they went jail because they needed money and they didn't get any fucked up, went
Yeah.
jail. But that's abandonment as well on the woman, you get it? Like, you've abandoned her. Like, I know someone who's like that. Like, he abandoned her. Like, he went jail for time because you selling her off. You got caught. You went jail. I know whatever, you could ask her to sit around, but you fucked up.
But-
she's sitting around on her own with kids. What the fuck?
Yeah.
When she met him, was he doing that?
No.
What? So he done that after this?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
there's
They didn't-
another-
I'm not going to say his name, but in this situation, they were
Mandem-
together from young. Like,
Man, them mess about a lot. This is the thing. I know that obviously we want to kind of balance the scale and talk about women and why they're trash.
No,
But then
okay,
at the same
okay,
time,
but let's
freaking
balance
hell,
it.
Some
How-
of these man them are madmen.
Okay, so how do you look at a man? Because I'm sure you probably met a few men with multiple baby mamas, yeah. And I just say that in the sense of a lot of men
yeah,
do
true.
have.
No, it's a good question.
Yeah,
Because would that be a red flag to you if you met a man with 3 kids but 3 different women?
It's so interesting because
And he's young as well,
I spoke to
25.
my mum about that, and she said there was a guy that he was quite interesting, right? And I said to my mum, "There's this guy that is."
When you say interesting, you mean you was looking at
He-
dating him,
No, he was
making advances.
yeah, but in the right way. Where I'm thinking, okay, if you continue like this, you could potentially
okay, I
go
feel
quite
you.
far. You're quite cool.
You like him,
And I
yeah.
mentioned to my mum, I said, like, Mum, there's this guy, and I kind of explained the profile, and he has a child. And then I said, but he's a really good father to the child. Like, he has a good relationship with the mum. But it's like, it's a man with a kid. And my mum said, but you know what, Dee? Sometimes you have to remember, it comes with your age. You're 30.
1,000%. I'm about to say this.
You being with a man that has a child is not actually
100%.
the same thing as you being 22 with
No,
a man with a
100%.
child. You know what I
100%.
mean?
We can't have these convos like this. When, say, for example, if me and you were 40 years old,
Yeah.
and we're talking about women with kids. Bro, every woman should have a kid at that point.
But
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'll be
Like,
real with you. So the so here's where the problem lies. At 40 years old, men still have the pick of women which don't have kids. So
I agree with that.
so
I
that's
agree
where
with
it's slightly
Not
different.
always.
Not always.
Okay.
Not
Also,
always.
it's also-
not the,
okay.
not the
that. Nah, but I would
depends also on the
say
age
I would say
Okay,
they
okay.
do.
So here's the problem, right? What we're gonna
I
do
know a
now,
lot of
right?
older
Yeah.
men that are creepy
This
like
is
that.
this
Not
is the
creepy,
thing. It's
but-
not even creepy.
It's not.
This is
But
how
they-
it goes, right? This is how it
Fuck me,
goes.
I've seen it.
And women.
And by the way, not every 40-year-old man is even fine. A lot
No,
of them
no.
are disgusting.
Okay, so-
Not
I can
everybody is
guarantee
as
a
well.
lot of 20-year-olds aren't attracted to a 40.
Okay, so what we're gonna
course,
do, right?
of
What we're gonna
course,
do, right?
100%.
What we're gonna do,
This
right?
is why you see them going
Guys,
Thailand.
don't overtalk me, yeah. Guys, don't
Do you know
overtalk me,
what
yeah?
I'm saying? You see them all going to these fucked up countries
Because
and
listen,
exploiting it for
right,
that
so
reason.
this is what we're gonna do, right? So essentially, we have this conversation all the time, but this is how it comes. This is how it goes, right? The male advantage. When you women, when you're 18 to 28, we'll give you 18 to 28 is your prime years. That's when the world moves for you. That's when you look your best. That's when you're gonna get your most proposals.
I look my best now.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie.
okay, cool. But most people, 18 to 28, is when they're gonna look their best. That's when they're gonna get their most proposals, right? And that's the time when you need to use it. But what happens is in those times, that's when men are in their peak. In actual facts, men don't actually hit their financial stride till about 45.
No, I was about to say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
till
for
about
me,
45.
my best life has been from 30
yeah,
plus.
yeah. So
Financial.
yeah, financial, yeah. But a lot of times, even health, like a lot of
health as well.
Yeah, health
Yeah,
as well, right?
looks-wise,
What you're
growing
looking
to
at is if you're looking at overweight 40-year-olds, if you're looking at men that are boarding, if you're looking at men that haven't got their life together, no, they don't have a pick of anything.
course,
yeah,
of course,
but we're not talking about those. We're talking about the men that go to the gym, the men that got their life together, the men that have their hairline. I mean, but. It's not the same. And when you go outside to a festival, when you go outside to, you're in a different foreign country, it's based upon how you look. And whenever people are in an adult event, whatever, men are always going to go for what's more attractive. And it tends to be younger. So when women start saying, oh, you know what? Oh, men only want younger women. It's not that. It's just that when you're outside, it's based on what's attractive. And younger women are still attracted to older men. And it's always been that way. It's not for all men, but... for the men that it is for, trust me, they still got the pick.
Yeah, but
agree
it
with
goes
that,
in
100%.
every single way. It's the same way that there's older women that can get younger men. There's so many. It's just all down to preference. And I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but younger women don't want
I
older
know,
men.
but I'm not gonna lie.
Older women for anything serious.
At the age of 18 to 22, 35 is so old. Oh my God, that's a huge age gap actually. And I think that really we should raise the age from, instead of saying 18 to 22, say 25 to 28 sounds like a better age for you to tell a woman to start getting serious and secure the bag. Because at the age of 18 and 22, as much as people say women mature more than men a lot quicker, yeah, we do, but still you're expecting way too much for a woman to be 18 in this day and age to be able to commit to a man that is older than her and then start a home and have children. It's much more difficult.
But it's
so
just
let's be more realistic, you know what I
But
mean?
people, like I said, money talks though, innit, in this world. And then, like I said, that you say this, I know a lot of men that pop up on, you know, deprived women that are young, and then they get in the door like that. You know?
Yeah, but an 18-year-old.
18-year-olds, wild.
18-year-old.
No, we're not talking about 18.
But we ain't talking about 18
No,
because
no,
you said
no.
18 to 22.
40,
No,
But if-
40,
no, I'm telling you about your. No, I'm saying about your prime. I'm
Yeah, but
talking
even
about.
in the extremists, you want to talk extremes, yeah? Exactly, fuck it. Go extreme. 45-year-old man, 18-year-old girl. Go extreme, yeah? If she ain't living a mad life, you can pull up in his Mercedes, show her shit she ain't never seen, bro.
Well, you know she's
He's
jumping
not
in.
really-
And she's jumping in, bro.
Not
She
even
shouldn't.
developed
She shouldn't.
properly.
I know, and that's fucked up. Why the legal law is that at that age.
Yeah, like,
so
I
that man
think-
can do that.
No,
He
I
shouldn't
wasn't,
even have to
we
do
wasn't,
that.
we wasn't talking 18. What I'm talking about is.
Are you gonna let your daughter have a baby at
fuck
18?
no, I'm gonna shoot his car up. What you mean? His car's got a sharp last night. Yeah, what the fuck you talking about? 45. You mad? He's getting done.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. The point is just like I said, she might be inclined if he still looks good looking though.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
he's a
you
good looking
can.
man with status and he's got a nice car, of course my daughter might chat to him. He might be looking 32.
Can I ask you a
Yeah,
question?
but when you say
no.
a
If he's
man
black
Go on,
as well.
guys,
in
let's speak.
around 40
Yeah.
that's in their financial prime,
Yeah.
an 18-year-old,
Impressionable.
No, that's a child. That's a child.
What they're
Go
impressed
ask-
with
But
financially.
Go ask
but go to
Leonardo
but no,
DiCaprio.
but what makes
Impressive.
but do you know the reason why I say this?
Not that
We could go to
impressive.
Marbella, yeah. Go to Marbella because I've done a lot of work there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of girls that look 19,
Man, like, hey,
bro.
what's that guy that's in my beard? That guy that killed. What's his name? That Lineker guy. That you man. He's always
Wayne
got.
Lineker.
He's always got. Is that the guy?
Oh,
Bruv,
don't
he always
know.
got all the
He's
women.
got white hair.
Yeah,
I met him
the
there.
things,
Gary
bro.
Lineker.
Met
Every
Andrew
time I
Tate
see
there,
him,
bro.
he just got the young things
Trust
about
me. That's
him.
what I said, bro. This man, because I've been there. I met Andrew Tate there. I met all these fucking kind of dons, bro. They've got young girls around them, man.
Yeah,
I
cool.
see it. Like me, I'm there working, bro. I ain't on it. So you have expensive lifestyle. You £50 cocktails. I get it, yeah.
Yeah.
But these guys look young, bro.
And guess
these
what?
these Spanish girls that are hanging around. These are 19-year-old girls,
Yeah,
and these are all old men.
and-
They're there. Go
and
there. We can go there
that's-
now.
This has always happened, right?
I've always
No, but-
happened.
And you know what the problem now is that you have these grown-ass men that have much or expected to have much more emotional maturity or anything, any power of like social skills to an 18-year-old girl, and think about the legacy of trauma that you're leaving on these young ladies.
I agree.
When you're
I agree.
45, using things to
I
just
agree.
charm them.
I
We need
agree.
to stop thinking that
Yeah.
18-year-old women, because we always say, oh yeah,
But-
boys are 18,
but
they're boys.
but I'll be
A
honest
girl
with
has
you,
to be a woman
but-
at
but
18.
She's still a girl. She's still
No,
a
but
little
I'll be
girl.
honest with you.
Yeah,
But I'll be
of
honest,
course she is.
guys.
Shiny things are
Guys,
exciting.
Exactly.
Dinalva, so what I'll say to you is, I'll say, I don't take accountability. I don't take off accountability from the person. So they know what they're doing, and if none of my sisters were out there in the nightclubs with 45-year-old men, yeah. So so there's an exchange that they're going for, right? So I always look at this and I'm like, even when it comes down to the OF girls and that, yeah, they go and I've said they directly benefit and monetize off incels and people that can't access women, right? Yeah, and they will always be like, oh well, if men want to pay for it, but it's the same thing like the drug. It's like the drug
Same
game,
thing,
right? Yeah.
same
Oh
thing.
yeah. Well, people. Well, someone has a shot to it.
Someone wants to sell. Yeah. But there's people that want it. They're
Yeah.
addicted, bro.
So
If
at the same time, women are going to talk about, oh yeah, you know what? Oh, these incels. But who do you think are the men that pay for OnlyFans? They're not men that actually can get women.
No, of
You know
course
what I'm
not.
saying?
You're
They're men
exploiting
that
them same
can't.
way.
Yeah, they're men
You'll
that
be surprised some of them are people that are closeted homos.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all times.
Yeah, but that's another one.
Yeah, that's another story.
He ain't
yeah?
a normal dog
But-
either. Like
but
he needs
women,
to come out.
Women don't mind. They don't mind monetizing it off these sad men, off these men that they know
Yeah,
they
but
can't access.
you
Sex,
see-
selling them these dreams.
Yeah, but
right,
what we
yeah?
just spoke about, I say about these men that travel to Thailand to exploit women, yeah?
Yeah.
OEF is the same thing, bro, just in the reverse, yeah?
Yeah.
You're exploiting men that can't get pussy, bro.
Yeah.
You're selling them
Yeah.
a dream.
Yeah.
And then
And guess what?
And you go to Thailand to go in and finesse girls that
No,
don't
they-
have more than $10 a month.
Yeah,
but you
exactly.
come from the UK, you're a neek and a
course.
loser.
Of
But you
course.
got more cash because you got
I've
pound
seen-
sterling in your pocket, and you
100%.
take advantage of these girls. Bless their heart, they probably
Of
be
course.
better off somewhere else.
But that's the same thing how society works. That's why he gives them power to do that. And it's not correct, but it's how society works. Of valuing men that have money that want to spend.
Laura, I
it.
want to ask you a question. innit?
Course.
Yeah. Seeing as how you're my baby mama, my resident baby mama here today. I mean, not physically my baby mama, but she's
That's what I was
like,
gonna
You
say. We
win.
got to
she's like, you wish. I mean,
wish.
do you wanna, I mean, you're gonna.
Yeah.
You would have. That means you would have one black child and 2 white kids. That would
Yes,
be.
honey.
I mean, that would be wild. You could. I mean, yeah. You might want to change the flavor. You might want to. Let me ask you a question. What made you think it was okay to become a baby mama? Did you? Well, you said about the stigma, so you knew about the stigma of women being called insane for having kids outside of wedlock. So, although that was slightly a little bit a while ago, how did you feel about it? What made you think it was like?
What do you mean? Like, how did I feel when I fell pregnant?
Like having a baby out of wedlock. Did you not think anything of it?
When you say wedlock, what is that? Not being married?
Yeah.
Not being married.
Cool,
No, I
yeah,
didn't
cool.
think anything of that, to be honest. It was only raised to my attention from grandparents.
Oh, okay. What did they say?
Just, that it was because it was first generation of not having babies.
So what, you went to have a baby? You went to have a married first?
All right. So this is what we're gonna do, right? So okay. So this is So essentially, right? Yeah, you are. So initially, when they say when you have. So she said they would have called a woman insane that had a baby out of wedlock. They would have called a woman a whore that had a baby out of wedlock.
That was shame. They were put in the paper.
Yeah, wow. They put women. It was a hard time for women back in there, put you in the paper.
But don't you think that's a bit twisted though? The whole society of doing that.
And then obviously the term bastard comes from not been born out of wedlock, right? And that's how I was raised.
Of course.
That's what school taught me. That's what my parents taught me. That's what society taught me. I remember kids scrapping in the playground. Man called him a bastard. You ain't got that. They scrap like this is what I was raised to, right?
It was an L. Them type of things are L's.
Yeah. So obviously when I've grown up now, and then people start saying my BM, I was like, what's this? Like, do you get me? Yeah. And then I started discovering other lingo, whatever. But going through the whole time, it was always that was the way to do it. My parents told me you don't go out there and you don't go make someone's child pregnant. That's not what you don't go and do that. Like, you don't ever do that. My mum told me, my father told me that's not what you do. And there's a right way to do stuff, and this is what you do. And it's always been, instilled in me, and that's kind of the way I've gone. But then you walk into the world where you start meeting people that don't necessarily believe in the same things that you believe in, or they were taught separately. But now here comes the divide of how people were raised.
But do you follow rules?
Do I follow rules?
Yeah, in life.
Well, I mean, I was out.
No, because I don't mean in a disrespectful way.
I was outside during COVID. I didn't follow. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I mean, like, because obviously a lot of people that talk religion, they follow rules because you were taught that, and then you follow rules.
Well, when people say follow rules, like I follow rules that make sense, definitely.
Because that's why I say that with religion, with marriage, like I don't know. For me, I don't believe it like you believe it, but I like to hear why you believe it. That's why I want to be convinced. Like, because when you say that out of wedlock and that, because obviously it's like. Yeah, what is this? What this whole situation, right?
No, seriously.
No, he's 29.
29.
I said 39.
39.
Why does everyone ask me that? They don't even believe.
But like I say, you see that out of marriage, bro. You're like, why do you feel like you need to get married first? Like, say for example, you get with someone, you don't really know that person for the first 2-3 years. Yeah. Yeah. So why are you getting married?
Someone like you that's been with your wife, she's your wife 16 years, like you're married already.
Yeah, I'm not married, but I'm mentally married.
Bro, you're married.
Yeah.
Bro, you're married. See, this
is... cohabiting.
No, you're married. Bro, you got 3 kids.
No, but you know what it is to me? The energy and the soul behind marriage to me is living and dying with one person. It's becoming one together. That's what a union is to me. Yeah, and I've done that.
Married.
Bro, can I tell you something? The problem is, this is what when women say they're like, oh, he's just my baby father, yeah. They try to act like it's nothing, yeah. But you're married. Okay, yeah.
But baby fathers because you're not one together.
No, you are married because that guy has access to you for the rest of your life. So if I meet you, you are still married to your baby father because right now he's got the kids, right?
Yeah.
So right now he has access to you, right? Yeah. We have a third person in our relationship, right? Yeah.
I wouldn't say marriage though. Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
For the rest of our life,
access to the children.
But he will have to have some access to you at some point. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you're still married to him because you are connected by, and this is what I'm saying. Marriage.
You don't know thinking like that.
No, bro. Not. This is the thing. Marriage is not the paper.
No,
how can you?
But marriage is a connection with the two people, bro.
No, bro. Listen. This is the thing.
Not the children.
If you have a baby with someone, yeah, you can't act like that's just my baby father. That guy has for the whole time that I'm in your relationship, he has a role to play.
Of course.
And that role, so you're
child.
No, but you see, marriage is when you are connected to this man forever. You can't even see it.
Definitely.
And this is what.
But that's what I call a baby father.
No, but I'm saying
personally, when there's no relationship connection with the two people, and it's just the connection because of the child, that's when a baby father.
No, but you're missing what I'm trying to say.
That's what I call it.
You got baby fatherhood.
Listen, for the rest of my life, me as a man, I don't want to come into a scenario and have any other man having any access to my woman for any reason. There's no reason.
I agree.
There could be a reason why he has to call your phone when I'm lying down in the bed next to you because you have kids together, and I can never get mad. Do you get me? You are married. You know, you might not be having relations, but you guys are still married because you have a connection. You have a connection I don't have. If that child gets sick, God forbid, that could never happen. Hold on a second, and that child needed something.
Baby mothers are married women. Then
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, they are.
You think the ring.
But this is the slang you're using, though, China.
Where's the ring?
Yeah, you're using the slang.
married. Baby mothers, you're married. China said he retracts. There's no such thing as a baby mother. You're married women as long as you have children. Some of you are married to 3 men, maybe 4 men. Polygamy is a real thing. He said it right here. Mandems voice.
But bro, like I said, you're using the word marriage in slang for yourself. It actually has a terminology in it. And obviously the terminology, it definitely ain't just because you had a kid with someone. I know man, that fuck guy from a club.
Bro, you missing what I'm trying to say to you.
No, I'm not, because they're connected to that girl forever. But they're not married.
Bro, let me remove.
That's not a union.
Let me remove marriage, bro. You guys are shackled and boned together for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but they're
no, but you are.
This is where you're thinking of it different. Say, for example, right, there's a lot of people, that they will never say my child was a mistake because that's just fucking rude, But if they was real when they were talking to the fucking God and they had to speak with their oath, and it was a mistake, bro. I didn't even like that fucking guy. I hate him.
Bro.
So that's why it's not marriage. That ain't marriage.
Okay. Let's take away the word.
But you've just created.
Guys,
you've created life, but that's
guys,
not marriage.
don't overtalk me, guys. Let's take away the word marriage, right? You have a connection.
Definitely connection.
Whatever is marriage, I don't want no man having any connection with my woman because no man should be having any connection with my woman. The moment you get with a woman that has a child by another man, he still has a say in your relationship. Can you so if I get with you, can I discipline your children how I want to discipline them?
You discipline them how I want to.
See?
Because they're my children.
Exactly, and that's why you don't date single mothers, because at the end of the day how can I come and she just let me know straight away?
But it depends. Listen, this is the thing. It then comes down to how I want to do it. I think that a lot of the
because it's your kids.
No, but it's not about. But you don't know the kids. So who are you to come into someone?
I'm the new man.
I know you are the new man, but you need to get to a level where for you to take certain rights as a man, as a stepfather, you also have to put in certain things.
Okay.
Like, for example, you need to show to the new woman that you are capable of even.
Let's have shown that. Let's have shown all of that.
Then, when it comes to disciplining children, if you are righteous, then there's nothing wrong with discipline. That's just normal relationship that you have with the child. The child messed up, and I had to tell them off. Listen, I told the kid off because he did these things, and I had to put him in the corner for a moment because he was disrespectful. Because a mother, actually, the right type of mother, won't see anything wrong in you trying to educate their child.
I'll say this. When two people come together and they have a child, they have to negotiate how you're going to parent that child because you're both raised in different households.
I agree.
Both have different values, and you have to actually negotiate and say, right, this is how we want our child to be raised. When you're then separated, I'm not going to have some other man come in and say your child should be raised this way.
No, I respect that. That's
unless it's an upgrade.
Absolutely, not. And that's then my decision. We're not the right person. Not the right person. If you want to do that, you can find somebody else.
Because it is a hard field.
You're coming
we're talking
into
about
a family unit. You're not coming in just as a partner.
Because that, for example, you want to be able to. Obviously, if you got with a new woman, Charlie, she's got a child, right? Obviously, you have to have a bond with that child if you're living with that woman. Yeah? You're gonna have to, because you're not just in a relationship with her anymore. You're in a relationship with him too. Because you're with him, you're around him. So regarding discipline, that depends on the relationship you have with him. That obviously, because if you wanted to smack that child, which you shouldn't do legally, obviously most people have a problem with that. But if you had such a relationship and you was that much of a man in that child's life, and that was how you disciplined him, it might be allowed. It might be needed. It might be allowed by the woman, but it depends on the relationship.
It comes down,
you can't force it just because you want it. That's not fair on him.
And it comes down also to I think this definitely comes down to the parents because of said children. Because, for example, for me, if I was to date a man that has got children and his child was disrespectful to me and he was not able to, give me the power to discipline, and it doesn't mean hit. It means even to just say, 100%. Tell them off, whatever.
100%.
If you as a man take that power away from me to just impose my own respect as an authority and elder in the situation, because remember, these are children, then I'll be looking at you as the suspect, because your mindset as an elder, as a responsible adult in this child's life is not quite right, because you are enabling a child to disrespect an adult, 100%. Not only just any adult, an adult that you have invited into your home.
100%.
So you have to have that kind of dynamic to understand, okay, when it comes to respect, that's non-negotiable.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And I do agree with what he's saying. I know that sometimes people hear this question say, not my kid, but when you kind of get the dust, gather it all together and explain, okay, but if your kid disrespected your new partner, would you not say, what the hell? If your kid disrespected your new partner,
that's raising your child right. But also, 100%. If I came in as a stepmother, if I was dating a guy,
you can't be too bold with it.
You can't be the wicked stepmother.
Exactly, yeah.
But
you hated.
There could be parenting things that the father does and the mother at home does, and I don't agree with, but I'm not going to say anything because it's not my child.
Oh, I agree.
You have to
I
bite
agree.
your lip,
I
bite
agree.
your tongue,
I
bite
agree.
your lip,
You can't just walk in and just
fist, whatever it is. You just, it's
Mind
their
you,
issue.
though, I would have said to him, bro, your kid is a little bit out of, off the rails. Is there something that maybe you should look at? Because you should also be able to, as a partner, to,
Of course,
the
to your partner.
you need to, exactly, and speak and communicate. And
It's
sometimes
like me as a man,
improve it.
I've been with my woman 16 years, yeah? If I had to imagine her with another man and another man being around my kids, I wouldn't allow that, bro. That's a madness. But if I had to accept it, then obviously there has to be a bond there with him and my children.
Of course.
Because he's around my kids, yeah?
Yeah.
I can't be a man and be like, oh yeah, rare. Because if you got to accept, it's similar with my daughter having a boyfriend. Yeah, I've got to accept it to an extent. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can't just always be like, we never have a boyfriend. He ain't gonna run.
I literally said to you, I let my sister's husband, like,
of course,
because at some point, you go from being a brother who doesn't want anyone to speak to your sister to be like, oh my God, you want a really good guy to speak to your sister.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like, oh my God, I just pray he's a good guy.
100%.
Take her off my hands.
No, because you as a brother have to pick up the mess.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm trying to
As a
say
father,
to
you pick up the mess.
Yeah,
Yes, I agree.
You know what I mean? But because I had a very close relationship with my sister, like she could speak to me about anything. So, and you got to remember, it's because my thing is to empower women, right? Because a lot of women haven't been taught. They haven't had older brothers. Some of them don't have a father there. So sometimes when they hear this information, it's the first time they're hearing it from me, and they're like, they don't believe it, or they're like, I haven't heard this before. That's fine. But at the end of the day is not everyone's got someone to speak to them and tell them this, or tell them some of these things, right? And if you try to ask this from guys your age or guys that just want something for you, they're always gonna tell you. So here's the thing: women initially, what used to happen was, right, I would state my interest in you. I would say, right, Dinalva, I like you, whatever. And then I'll state my interest with you. Then your parents will give me limited access to you, and then I would be able to date. It wasn't called dating; it was called courting. Dating is a 20th century concept that came from America. It was called courting, and what courting meant is your father, your uncle, your brother would check over my family. Then they'll give me limited access to you to court. The most I would get will probably a little kiss. You get me? But that was about to be it. Then what would happen is, I'll state my intention. Then all I have to do, I wouldn't need money. All I need to do is be a good man, and then me and you will get together and we'll go and build it, right? And then that's initially how it started and what was supposed to happen.
Like old school relationships.
Like initially, what happened, right? Because men tend to pick. When men pick, men tend to know the bullshit in other men. When women pick, they pick on what makes them feel good and what makes their fanny flutter, as they say. Because essentially. They're not picking based upon what makes sense. They're picking for all those wrong things that I said to you. Why are you gonna have a baby with a guy that's so that's what used to happen. And when that used to happen, things were a lot better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because men generally will be like, no, he's the. How many times will a guy tell you he's the wrong guy for you? But if men start saying it, they're gonna be like, oh, you're a hater. So a lot of the times we just gotta let it. But us men can look at a guy straight away and say, oh yeah, this can end badly.
Yeah.
Like,
of course, you know.
Yeah, but women can say that
100%.
as well.
Can you?
About girls?
Yeah.
No, because women always say, oh, my girl's so good. Women always try to hook you up. But women will say to their male friends, have you got any friends for
I
me?
hear
But
that.
we don't want to hook up the girls because we know already what my brethren's going to do. But women
100%.
will hook you up with their brethrens, and their brethrens are going to just talk
Yeah,
negative.
I hear that for sure. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time we don't put things into proper context. We get into relationships with people, we don't analyze them, we don't check them over. We think our friends got the best interest at heart. We do a million different things and waste our time. And really, really and truly, it's just like don't be wasting your time all the time. Just imagine life to be a situation where contraception and all of this protection is not a real thing. Every time you're ready to engage and, do the thing, just know there's consequences that come with that. If everybody has that mindset, baby mothers and all this conversation is going to be gone. And I say this because I have a lot of guy friends who really give me the information they're giving me because I grew up in a family that is mostly women. Yeah. There's only one uncle on my mom's side and he's in Angola. I don't have really brothers that are present in my life. So what? Yeah, I have a lot of guy friends. And I think it's really important for people to
When you say you have a lot of guy friends,
yeah,
men and women can't be friends.
I mean, I don't know.
Do you have a lot of guy friends or do you have a lot of male orbiters?
I've got a lot of brothers.
Okay. All right.
I've got a lot of brothers. I've got people that look out for me because I've gotten to a stage where boundaries are set, one, and then two, they also know my story and the love they have for me is
When you say boundaries are set, what do you mean?
It means that it's the mandem. The same thing. If you're not gonna do this to your brethren, you're not gonna do it to me.
No.
That's simple. Those simple barriers.
We do have some girls that are mandem, but a lot of times when girls say, "Oh yeah, I have friends, male friends," a lot of the times they're guys that like them at some point.
I don't know. I just feel like it's normal for me. I already know what I look like, and it's normal for guys.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
I think that universally men can find me appealing, visually appealing.
But did you meet them in a setting where
no? Never. I hardly
friendship setting.
Listen. The way is again. It all comes down to you being educated as a woman to carry yourself as a human, not as a girl.
But what are you getting to, China? What, like saying that all of the bridges just want to fuck?
Yeah, basically.
I don't believe that.
You don't.
I think that's so dead.
I've got loads of guys.
That's so dead.
But it depends. It's an age thing, or but see, when you get past 30, I do believe there's guy friends or girls that don't just want to just.
Brethren,
I'll be honest with you, man. Girls do this all the time, and I'm not gonna do it to you now because it's fine. But I would say, listen, if you think that's the case, yeah, we could easily test it out. Whenever we do this, girls never want to do it. We're like, cool.
Brethren, if I give you my phone
I'll text
and
one
you
of
do that, some of them will be like, you're
Nah. Man would fail. Man would fail that test, yeah, so badly.
Not my brothers.
Man would fail that. Man would fail that test.
A lot of man would.
Yeah, and do you know why? Because a lot of man.
Some of them would.
Oh yeah.
No, but you know,
they're not my brothers.
No, but
they're just people that I'm already.
And that's the
I
thing.
agree with the
I just
brother
want the
thing.
honesty. I just want the honesty. She's like, yeah, some of them would.
Thank you.
And that's all
I know that. I
That's
feel
what I
like
said.
you don't lie. I feel like you're not actually
I just want the honesty.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not. It's
Like,
listen.
Because
There's categories of friendships. Or
I agree.
There's acquaintances. There's brothers. There's plugs.
what's plugs?
Yeah, I've never heard of that
You need to tell the people what's plugs.
Where's the plug
There's
category?
brothers. There's what? There's
Acquaintances,
and there's
there's
plugs.
plugs.
Is that like
Break it
friends
down.
with
Break it down.
benefits or
Sit that ice. Let's break it down.
Okay. So acquaintances is just men that you know, like just like.
How did you meet them?
They would meet through friends, meet through whatever. Some of them make even like fancy you a little bit, but you're an acquaintance. I don't really want much with you. And the fact that you fancy me means that you're distant because I'm not interested.
Okay.
Two, then there's the brothers, the ones that genuinely show a certain interest.
But how did you meet them?
How do you meet people?
I don't know, because it depends. Like,
I
see,
just meet people.
if you
I
meet
don't
a
know how I
man
meet
and then
them.
he tries to move to you, but you don't kind of like him, then he becomes your brother. I think
No.
he's only your brother because that's all he had to get. You get me?
I
So I'm
agree
saying,
with
you know
that.
what I mean? He just
I
waited his
agree
time.
with that.
And
It's
I'll
not
be honest with
waiting
you.
his time. His time's changed.
No, but you know what? You'd be
Like-
surprised how many men get promoted from the brother to it's getting incestuous. But I'm saying a lot of men, bro. I'll be real. A lot of men hang about, bro. Then there'll be one day she'll be like, oh, he upset me, come round, and boy, that day he's round. He's like, babe, you know what?
No, I do agree with what you're saying.
Fam.
No, there's
I think like, a lot
there.
of your single friends here that might just be your friends. If they had a chance to beat, they might.
listen. I'm
But they might still would happy be friends too
I'm
after that.
wired enough to understand when somebody is around me for the wrong reasons because the energy does not lie.
No, but I don't
That's
think.
why
These
I-
men are
No,
good,
but I
man.
don't. I don't
that's
think he
why I
means
say-
that though. I
No,
don't
they
think
don't
he
do
means
it.
that.
They just ease it. These men are like
listen.
go hangers.
It's like because you know
these men are go
like,
hangers.
Because you know, it's like for example, because I know we always talk. Because like, for example, I've never been in a room with just man,
Yeah.
that speak and say, "Oh, that's my sister." Like, I would never do anything. Like men don't really talk like that.
No.
Like girls would say, "That's my brother." Oh, I would never do that. Men don't really say that about the girl that's meant to be your sister.
No,
That's not
but
your
they'll
sister.
say that's a bit weird. That's
No, but
the
men,
friends
no,
with you, bro.
Yeah, because
That's
no,
the
but as a man,
Dinalva
you see, if
fam.
there were 6 brothers here, right, and then one brother's got a friend that's like a girl,
Yeah.
and she chills with, but it's not his sister. There's not. They just she calls her brother, but like, is he gonna say to the 6 that's my sister? No, I would never. Most of you, he ain't gonna say that.
Laura, what about you? You said
it's
you
not
said
the
none
same.
of, Laura, you said none of your friends would do that. Go on.
No, I've got loads of guy friends.
Loads of guy friends.
that have never crossed boundaries.
I mean, that's because you've set the boundary. But
Wait,
if you
but-
drop the
but
boundary,
we're only talking of single men though, yeah.
but then how do you know?
Yeah, single men. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying
How
to
do
say.
you know?
What do you mean?
As a woman, how would you know?
How would you know?
I don't think you would.
I'm not gonna.
Because I
you
don't
would.
think as a woman, I don't think you do know.
How did
No, I
you
don't
meet
think
them? How did you meet them?
I don't know. Work with, gone out with, socialised with,
Work with. I think.
through friends.
I think.
Yeah,
I'll be real with
bump
you.
into each other at the park. Well, who knows?
I'll be real with you, and I'll keep it honest with you. Like, if they were single, even some of them were in relationships anyway, but that's the next story. Your friends, they'll be on you, and if you allow them to know that something could happen, they will take that up, because you know why? You're a pretty woman, and pretty woman, but you are, and men are men, and why would they turn down a pretty woman?
I know, but this is
Trust
the thing.
me.
I think that what you're trying to say is that men and women can be friends, or if the men and women are friends, a man can look at a woman and say, yeah, she's fuckable.
Well,
that's something that is totally
it's not
different.
just about-
No,
single
we can
brothers,
be friends,
no.
but one of us places the other person in the friend zone. So
Of
here's
course,
the
yeah.
thing.
But say for example, you got all these brothers, yeah.
Yeah,
How many of them have got partners?
Not all of them.
Because that's why I asked. Because if they're all single, yeah, this is where it kind of more goes to what China's trying to say. Because the reason why they're single and they have time to entertain you is because they might fuck one day.
No.
Like they're not
Like, for
One day.
What might not, but they might.
Okay.
Can they be bothered to wait?
Yes, man.
Because like you see what I mean, my
they can.
wife is my wife can't
Yes,
have no
they
brother
can.
friends. Like
No.
she's got brethren that she knew from a long time.
Why can't your wife for 16 years have no brother friends? Why
Because I
not?
know how men think, bro.
And how do men think?
And men want to fuck. You know
But
what
why
I'm saying?
it's her brother friends?
But
don't
then
know.
again, it's not that she hasn't got brother friends. She has got friends out there,
But
but they're
they
not.
can't be
but they're
around,
not. They're
yeah.
not like around, man.
They're not
They're not
messaging.
around. They're not messaging.
Yeah.
They're not around. Like obviously she got friends that are boys. They go from young, but
Come on.
none of the bridges from like you think
Boundaries.
she's met a brother in the last 5-10 years. That's in
Yeah.
a friends group.
And that's the whole point.
'Cause
Like,
it's,
for
it's
example,
not like it can't happen, but it just don't happen.
and that's the thing. I am a single woman.
Of course.
On top of that, so what I can,
What does that
I can-
mean?
that means that I am
outside.
No, it simply means that my energy is open to being able to
Of
comfortably hold
course.
conversations with men.
Of course.
because
Of
there's
course.
no one else there that is going to make me think, okay, how will this interaction impact someone else?
Of
I don't
course.
have to think
Yeah,
about
of
somebody.
course, I agree,
So
I
through
agree,
that,
I
I can
agree.
actually make a lot of good connections and a lot of links with people that realistically we are there for each other, not for the
course.
fact that we need to because we're single or whatever. It's just because people like to have company.
I agree with that, I
People like
agree.
to have friendships. It's only now that we're adults that people keep talking about this. But when you're young and you're a little kid in primary school or whatever, you have guy friends and you got girlfriends. It's the most normal thing.
No, I
but I
agree.
think that right now people are so
It's just-
obsessed
I'll
with
be
the
honest
idea
with
of
you.
sex that it's just
Men don't
disgusting.
really look at a woman with a lot of male friends like in primary school now. It's not the same.
No, it is not. But then that's why
It's kind of like a red flag.
I stand up for it because
Why?
I'm somebody that I respect myself very highly, and because of how I respect myself, people respect me. And any man that is around me, I dress the way that I dress, I look the way that I look. I know that a lot of people will look at me and think, a lot of guys will look at me and think, yeah, she's leng. I know.
Wow.
Am I lying?
Will
Am I
it-
lying? No, am I lying?
Wow.
Why is it wrong for me to say that men
Course
don't
they
think
will.
I'm
Because
lying? I'm lying.
there needs to be some humbleness and there's no
But it's not
humbleness.
humility, it's true.
What?
Most men that walk past, they will always have a comment to say. So most men think I'm lame.
So if most men think that
course,
you're
that's what I
leng,
thought.
yeah, if most men think that you're leng,
Yes.
and you get the pick, yeah, do you get the pick of men? Do you feel like, or do you get good men that, and this is what I don't understand. Like, I think that you make it hard for good men. I think you purposely make it hard for good men
Why?
because of how you carry yourself and the things that you say. So even if you get a good man, because there's like, you have to understand part of being pretty or being beautiful is having a pretty attitude. I'm not saying you haven't got a pretty attitude,
Yeah.
but at the same time is you're a very confident woman, and yeah, men love confidence, but also men. We don't want to fight. We don't want to battle our women.
Yeah.
So we also want to feel as if, like, you know what, this woman kind of wants to be led. You don't let off any energy like you would allow a man to.
No, I disagree with you though.
But this is the thing.
I don't feel
I
like
think
that.
Listen.
no, but what he means is like there's just gonna be a certain caliber of man that is gonna about to tame you, and it's not that
But
many.
why should she tame? She's not a wild
And
animal.
No,
this
but
is
it
the
kind of
thing.
is.
I don't want.
I do look at it like
It's not even about that. I need to be able to have somebody that can understand the fact that whether you're there or not, whether you're my man or not, I'm gonna walk down the street and men are gonna look at me and gonna say, "Wow, that's a woman." I get it. I get it as it is right now. I get it all the time. You already said
we love
it
it,
yourself.
Dinalva.
You must get a lot of proposals. I get a lot of proposals.
Yeah.
I get a lot of men
But
say
you-
amazing things to me all the time.
But you don't pick them.
Yeah, because it's more than a compliment that's gonna take to
even
get my
China,
attention.
It's a tame thing. You see, even with couples, right? Even couples that are gay, yeah. There's one that's more dominant and one that's not every time. Yeah,
Bro, why should I have to tame a woman, bro?
You
You
don't
haven't
have
got to tame no one. Yeah, not
you
taming.
just have to know
but
that your woman is on a level. So
You just told her,
Yeah.
that she's got intimidating presence. To
Not
some people.
intimidating.
Yeah,
She's cool, but
No, but you said that. You said that.
No, I
yeah?
should not-
So
I'm
there's
not
a man out there that is not.
I'm
Like,
very
you see
confident.
like, you see like my woman. My woman is not a feeble woman.
Yeah.
My woman is a woman that probably might intimidate some men. That
Yeah.
week, yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that. Like,
I don't think that's a.
That's what I.
That's good.
That's
because
my woman.
That's good,
Yeah.
but it shouldn't. It wouldn't be good if she was single. I don't think, but it's good now. But I don't think it does you any favors.
I'm not gonna pretend not to be how I am.
Well, just be a
because I'm
constant
single.
woman.
I don't say that.
No, but it's true.
Why?
Listen.
Because I'm
Nah,
not.
I don't think it's
like
confident.
about
I don't think
female
it's confident.
empowerment.
It's
No, I don't think
listen.
it's confident.
Any man that has a problem with me saying I'm a good-looking woman, I step outside the door and heads actually do turn. That's my daily life. No,
I
you
love
can
it, I
laugh,
love it.
but that's my
No,
reality.
I'm listening.
If the man that I'm with is not aware of that reality, he's gonna go nuts because I cannot help it. I
I
cannot
hear you.
change.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I hear
I
you.
can't hide my light
hear you.
for someone. So it's just best that I just show you. This is what happens.
course.
This is who I am. There's a lot of people that'll probably feel this way towards me, but you have to trust me.
Can I ask you a question?
And those who are around me.
Can I ask you a
if they are
question?
right.
When it comes to men, do you want protection for men?
Yeah, of course.
Do you consider men as your protectors?
Listen, not all. And this is the thing, I'm very selective because I don't just allow people to get into my circle to take up roles just because of whatever they have between their legs, whether it's a man or a woman. You have to be qualified as a person. Now, for example, there's a lot of men that talk about being protectors and providers, but I know another 10,000 men that'll slap you and you never say anything.
No, but it ain't
So-
about that though. It ain't about
No,
that.
but I'm just saying.
It's just about, like when the house is on fire, yeah?
Brother.
Who's going first? Who's
Listen,
going to try to open the door
listen,
first?
Yeah.
Whose hand's getting burnt off?
That's okay, but there's
Your
a lot
man
of
has to
men
do
that
that, though.
even in those situations, they
Nah,
still-
no, but you have to. We're not talking about those men because there's only one man that's gonna have access to you, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this man has to. You have to know he's gonna do that for you.
I expect,
and then I would
listen,
assume you'd want that.
the man that I expect to meet and to, embrace as my for life partner is a man that I know that I can go to war with him and the two of us can survive. Not
I
just
feel that.
because you carry me on your shoulder because we pattern together.
Yeah, I
so I
feel
don't need you to go first. I can probably go first depending on the situation.
I feel that.
You can guide me. You can tell me this is the best way to get out of danger. I don't mind.
Laura, so you're currently single at the moment. So,
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect from a man, like, in terms of protection? How do you feel? Like, how's it been, like, for a woman? Because obviously, like,
what do I want?
yeah, like when
I
you
think essentially to feel adored and secure,
okay,
safe,
yeah,
safe and adored.
and
I think that's what
why
most women want.
why do you feel as if you haven't felt that or you haven't found that as recent? What do you think it is?
I mean, I've dated some lovely people.
Yeah.
I'm still very good friends with them.
Yeah,
But I haven't been ready for a relationship.
so it's you.
It's me.
When you say you haven't been ready, even though you met good people,
Yeah.
what does that look like in real life? What's not being ready?
Allowing somebody in to be around myself, my children as a family whole,
Yeah,
that kind of thing. So not just I can date somebody and they're dating Laura,
yeah,
but not mum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like all
Do you know
of
what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
I get
two different people, and I think
Of course.
you have to be ready for the
like
whole
that,
lot
yeah.
to allow somebody in properly.
How is because obviously I know you. I don't even see you as a mum. I know you're a mother, but it's because I've never
You
seen.
see me as
Yeah,
Laura.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I've never
And that's
seen.
how a lot of people see me.
I've never seen you in mum
Yeah.
as someone that could potentially have a 20-year-old soon. Like, it's like I can't really attach that to you. And I think when you're dating and when you're dating men, I think it's a lot easier for men to just kind of like fall in love with the image of you and possibly like that. But when it comes a little bit deeper, I always ask them, like, so what is it that you want as a single man? Do you want it? Would you want, if a man offered you marriage, would you want to get married? Would you want kids again?
I think I'd want to get married
Would you? If
someday, but I'm not going to just jump into marriage with anybody that's willing to get married because I want to get married.
Of course,
it
of
has
course.
to be
Right.
a real thorough decision.
Of course.
And at that point, it would have to be a decision for my kids as well,
Yeah.
because it's a whole unity of all of us.
Because I think obviously dealing with it as a single parent, obviously being in a relationship probably isn't as priority to you. Obviously, do you know what I mean?
I
It's
mean,
not like.
nice
She's
to
already
have-
got her
it's
kids.
nice to have
Yeah, but that's what I would
company.
imagine.
It's
It's-
nice to go for dinners with people.
Of course.
You know, go to social events together.
Of
and
course,
those
of
kind
course,
things.
of course.
But when you have been a single parent for so long, this is just speaking for myself.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing to invite somebody into your family.
I agree.
It's
Of course,
huge.
of course, massive.
Different person.
Have you? So when you're dating, you don't introduce the guys to your kids. Your kids don't meet them.
No.
See, one of the things that I think that's really good as well,
100%.
because
100%.
what we've found is that one of the reasons, the main reason that kids get abused is because of the people that they bring into the home from outside the home, and it tends to be more likely to be single mothers that have the child at home, and you know it's not. I mean, I'm always blaming single moms for everything.
Now, like, usually
know
it's family
what?
members
Don't worry,
that abuse
Yeah.
children.
When you're a mother, you
Yeah.
can't go out as much.
I know.
So to see that partner, if you're wanting to see them a lot more,
Yeah.
they could be coming over to your house.
I get it, but
course.
And
still,
that's how that then happens.
yeah, I get it. But at the same time, it's that thing where you know, it still places the children at risk, right? And it comes from the fact that you know she doesn't want to be alone, and she is a human person, and chances are she might not be able to actually get you know childcare because it's expensive and the thing. So a lot of times when women say, "Oh, you know what," they'll be on social media, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you know I'm dating," or "He won't see the kids anyway." I'm like, "Nah, stop pretending." In real life, you know that there's gonna be a point where there's gonna be a crossover. Sometimes, not all the time, but potentially where your kids are gonna see someone that their mother's dating, and I think that for women, when women think of single mothers, so when I speak about single mothers, I know sometimes I do go off a little bit, slightly off topic, but all I'm trying to speak in a way that men haven't spoken before, and a lot of women are losing out because men lie, and men are good liars, and the reason they lie is because they want what's in between your legs, right? And a lot of most of the things we're spoken today is about because men lie.
Can I just say something?
Go
I
on.
wouldn't necessarily say that men lie. I think we can use a better word, and I think
What?
men appease. Because men also look for peace.
No,
It's
they
not always
they
gonna
definitely
be
lie
because
too,
they
though.
need your love.
Men definitely lying.
I know,
Let's
but
be
they
real.
appease a lot, and I think that it's true what you're saying. A lot of the time, Mandem don't even know how to break it down to the girl. Like, this is the reality of things. You know, I think it's true. It's a very brand new thing of a man telling a woman certain things about themselves, including you telling a girl you're like, it's always the butters ones that have to talk the most. And it's like, yeah, sometimes it's important for somebody to say that. Like, know yourself, be self-aware, and be quiet, because you're talking like you're Rihanna.
Yeah.
And you're not,
course.
which means that you're fooling yourself and you're fooling other people around you, because you're teaching them not to have self-awareness. It's true.
course.
A lot of people talking, a lot of these baby mothers as well that talk sometimes, not all of them, is because of the space that we're in. Some of these baby mothers, they have completely twisted versions and ideas of what life is about and what they are doing even for their own children. Like, for example, in my opinion, it's not like cuss at anybody, do whatever you want, but be ready to deal with the consequences. Like OF mothers, for me, I think it's something that perhaps you should consider.
I agree
The
with
consequences of that on your children growing up, their idea of their relationship with sexuality, their relationship with...
Would you ever consider doing OnlyFans?
Nah, come on.
No, I'm asking
I
you.
think-
Because I mean, you might make some good money. I mean,
I would definitely listen. If I did OnlyFans,
What
I
was
definitely
that?
would make a lot of money,
You
especially
think-
as a dominatrix. 'Cause I've got very strong-
wow, this guy.
I know
Yeah,
I
no more.
would. I know. Do you know? Literally, like, I know I
No,
would.
that is your kind of vibe. I think.
That's the kind of vibe I give out. So imagine me
I
telling,
know.
like, humiliating men, I'd make a
You'd
lot
sell,
of money.
you'd sell, yeah.
But for me, I
What
think...
about your toes? There's these only toes. They're just the toes.
No.
Just a bit.
Do you know
Just
what?
toes. Just a bit of toes. I mean,
I've got much better and more powerful ways of making money,
Okay.
so I don't need to...
No,
do
I
that
don't-
now.
I don't-
But it is, bro, that whole thing on OEF, that's like, I look at it like it's a female hustle, man.
what about
You know what I
you?
mean?
You ever considered?
No, I've
would-
got a daughter.
No, I'm-
Oh, and a son. Imagine him being a bit older and his
Of course,
mates
of course.
watching it.
I mean, so
know?
so you say that, but I think you've seen a few
Mad.
you've seen a few clips of me with OF girls.
Not for me. Not
and
Well, you've been on OF with a
no. I said a few clips of me sat
Man
next
said a
to
few
OF
clips.
girls. No,
Would you do
get that
only
vibe.
China.
no, I wouldn't.
Only China, like you said, only
you
China,
know
just
what
him on the camera, like,
a
no.
lot of reasons. First of all, I believe.
Are you
No,
insecure?
don't.
No, I'm very secure.
I know, but
Furthermore, I'm very
he's
secure.
not, he's religious. That's what
No,
it is.
it's not even that. But
God's watching, bro.
God's always watching. But I believe, you know, these guys. I believe like stuff like that. People got to do that when you ain't got no, like no dad, no mom. You know, like
I feel you.
you know those people that come from that background. But imagine doing that and having family that.
But when we talk about this stuff, yeah, I think let me ask both of you, as a woman, yeah, is it not the main thing you want is consistency? Like if you obviously you know what you want at first, yeah, but then when it comes, you just want that to be consistent, and then you'll be happy. Because a lot of people now, I feel like there's a lot of things now that people get said that people want stuff that is unfathomable, yeah.
Yeah.
People ask for lifestyles that they're not meant to have.
Can't obtain themselves.
Exactly,
Yes.
yeah. But I don't think it is just that. A lot of people just want consistency, and that isn't even being brought.
Yeah.
If the consistency is not even being brought, like from the low level things, then of course the
Yeah.
relationship ain't gonna work.
So-
Consistency,
so
but I think also like when you manage your own life and your kid's life absolutely fine by yourself, you just want somebody that's going to complement
Yeah.
your life,
I get
and
that.
fit in
Yeah,
with
I
your
get that.
lifestyle.
So you,
Because-
so you wouldn't want an OF guy. Well, that's
OF guy.
And only China.
Why you guys keep trying to put
Only
OF?
China.
Only China. No. Hey, listen, I can't.
getting
And you know
done.
why?
Hashtag.
Do you know the only people that are buying that is gay men? I'll be real. Listen, the only people that's buying male content, it's not women. Women are not paying for male content. It's gay men. So as long as you're okay,
True though,
but you know I'm
But
right.
it depends on how you sell
You do you,
yourself.
honey.
Nah, you got to be a high value man.
Yeah.
Man said only China. I don't think China's ready for that.
Let's keep it on this while we're talking about this. See, this is how you done it. I got something on this. A recent article in the Sun chronicled the story of Jaylin Cox, an OF model and stripper who proudly claimed that she's the breadwinner of a household. She has a stay-at-home boyfriend that takes care of their 2 kids and contributes to her career by taking photos of her OF and isn't insecure about the fact that she's a stripper and shows her body online. Jaylin went on a record saying that too many women don't want to work as hard as she does, calling most women in UK society lazy for wanting a man that makes more money than them. She went on record saying the following: I make more money than my boyfriend, so he watches the kids and I go out to work and make money for us. If he worked, he would only maybe make £700 a week if he's lucky, and I can go out and make that in one day. I can't understand women who are in a relationship and let the man do everything and pay for everything. I think it's good to be independent. I've noticed girls don't want to work anymore. They just want to find a sugar daddy, and it confuses me. It's lazy. Why not be your own sugar daddy? So the UK is the second biggest market for OnlyFans content, second to the United States of America. That's mad. That's bare man in the UK that are
know. At home,
moving
what?
crazy, yeah?
And the UK is so tiny as well.
Exactly.
Everyone's at home bashing off and that.
So while the average OF model makes £130 a month. So guys, listen, the average OF model makes £130 a month, and a small percentage makes an average between £50,000 to £86,000 a month.
Like YouTube.
But, yeah, for the top percentage of OF models, is Jaylin Cox's life their future? So guys, I want to ask you a few questions when it comes to the OF models and that. So now you've heard the stuff on the OS models and the fact that there's only a small proportion of people that are making the big money, and the rest of the other people are basically
No, of course, it's like YouTube.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like YouTube. I mean, for me, I feel like
So how do you feel now hearing that? First of all, that the women ain't
that
really,
doesn't surprise
the
me.
women
Yeah,
ain't
of
really
course,
making as
of
much
course
money
not.
as they
No.
keep claiming they are.
No.
but these women ain't just claiming that. It's only certain women that are making that. If you're chatting to them ones that are making that, they're making that. But there's loads of people
ones
that
that are
ain't.
already established as
Exactly.
well.
Drill rappers are
You
the same
wanna-
thing, man.
You're curious as to
Of
see
course.
someone.
If we go chat to
you're
Digger D,
interested.
Digger D's
Not
got
any
bread.
old
But
person.
loads of other ones ain't got no bread.
Yeah.
Don't
Loads of them
forget-
ain't got bread. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Marketing strategy. OnlyFans is this like the subscriptions and the revenue's gone through the roof.
Yeah, like, I think,
And
like,
the more you
course.
show this American dream ideology of, oh my God, you can go and just post pictures of yourself and all of a sudden you're making millions every month. Look at Cardi
100%,
B's, look at all of these
100%,
people that are making a lot of
100%.
money. A lot of people be like, shit, let me try. I mean,
Of course they do,
don't
'cause they
look
got no
good.
morals. Why
I
they-
already post Nyash pictures on Instagram.
For free, man.
what
Can I ask
is
you a question?
OnlyFans?
So if you started dating a man,
Yeah.
and he ticked all the boxes like you said, you know, he started from was associate, was it?
Oh, yeah.
acquaintance,
Acquaintance.
been an acquaintance, right? And he, ticked a few boxes. He's definitely not in the brotherhood. He's not in the brotherhood acquaintance. And then you're feeling his vibe, and then later on, the 6 months in, you find that he's in the top percentage of OF creators as a male creator.
Oof.
What are you doing after
Top
that?
5.
I need to top. Man, top 5.
He's solo.
Active.
He's a solo artist.
I mean,
Yeah, he doesn't. He's solo. He doesn't fuck girls on camera.
Yeah, he doesn't do nothing on
He
camera.
just does some crazy shit. Like he's does some weird.
He does the helicopter.
Yeah,
Okay,
mad
for
thing.
me, the red flag comes down to the fact that it's 6 months and he didn't tell me. So omitting that sort of information. is
Yeah, but
not
he just
good.
didn't feel comfortable.
So if you met him, okay,
But that's a big something.
So if you met him,
to keep
okay, let's take out the 6
maybe
months.
he was just embarrassed.
You met him and he does OF, but
always
he's
mad,
ticking
yeah.
all the
Okay,
boxes.
that's fair enough.
Because he's a content creator. But this is a little extra bit he makes on the side. He didn't know that obviously, but he likes you now, and he said, "Listen, and he's told you, so what would you do? How would you think of it?
Remember, he's top 5. He makes over 100 grand a year doing this.
Nah, that's just not for me. Literally, there's a certain level of substance and standards that I hold for myself. That a man that is doing that for me is not even just about what you're doing. It's about the mindset you have to be able to do that.
I get you. Yeah, of course. That's what forget the 6 months. Just that as a career, you couldn't do it.
But as a career, no. It's like, bro, for the amount of energy that you're putting into OnlyFans, you could have done something.
No, he's making money though.
Yeah, but what if this is
making money? No, he's making money. He's making money.
I'm not. This is the thing. For me, what I value is not money. Your substance is much more important.
No, he has substance. He just does OF.
No, brother, if you're doing OF and you're making 100 grand, the energy you're putting into OF is the same energy you could have put into something else. So you made
I'm not sure about that story.
But that's what it's like when you talk about that story about that couple. It's a variable story.
Yeah, but
I can't. Initially, if you said to me, would you fucking make 10 times much money for your galloping internet? No, bruv. Okay. I'm cool with my life.
Let me ask you another
but I don't know his life.
Let me ask you another question, yeah?
I don't need a Chanel bag. And
everyone knows my dad.
Obviously, you're with your wife, so it's probably a bit harder to...
No, it's not. I can answer any
question. Okay, cool. So if you wasn't with your missus... Would you consider? Whoa. Are you okay there? You're right.
Just a little mix.
Would you consider dating a girl that did OF?
Because depends. To be honest, I'm not a liar. I mean, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Why would you?
No, let's be honest.
But I mean, because it comes down to how serious you're trying to take things. I mean, when it comes down to if I'm a single man and I'm just trying to spend my time with someone, if I met a woman and I liked her, say for example, I'm single, I met you, we talk, yeah, and then you didn't necessarily tell me you do OnlyFans, but obviously I didn't ask. Yeah, I don't know if that would bother me. I'm not that insecure about it. I wouldn't want it to be fucking on the internet. But like I said, if it's her biggest opportunity she's done, and the red flags to me come down if she's not willing to change. If we're in a relationship.
So what about then the idea that if you then end up having children, people will be able to, your child will eventually find out that mommy was doing a madness before.
It's one of them things. Yeah, you'd have to have obviously kind of been overlooking that. I think. If you met that woman, you actually are really good friends. She happens to do some shit you want her to change. If she's not willing to change, just like as a man, if he's not willing to change, then that's when a relationship won't go further. Yeah. Because it's the same for you. It's like if you met a man, right, and he ticked every box, and he just is a drug dealer. Yeah. You might say, okay, rare, but that's not going to be easy for you if you've got a fucking store grub in your house, or you're going to have to put a gun in your car. Yeah. These might be a red flag for you as well. You get what I'm saying? But you might be able to overlook that if you really fuck with this brother and he's willing to change. If he's saying to you, I ain't gonna do this forever. This is just who I am when you met me.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? Like,
I guess so. I mean, it would come down to, it would depend, but ultimately, I'm very aware of what my traumas are, and I'd rather be with somebody that can complement my traumas, not bring.
I know, but this is what I'm about the whole boxes. Satan was ticking boxes.
Laura, you're in the entertainment industry, so
not OF, by the way.
Not OF, yeah. The good part, TV part.
Yeah. I think, some could consider it as some type of online reality TV. I don't know.
Creative arts.
Creative art. What about you? Would you consider if a man did that? Would you? No.
And I think there's enough choice to say no.
Of course, 100%.
And you don't have to even have to judge it. No judgment. It's just not.
It's just not for me.
100%. Of course, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
how about you, China?
Do whatever you want. I haven't got anything
if not, I would have had OnlyFans already.
I don't, and that's the thing. Like,
it's my decision if I want to be.
So I actually it's mad because since I've started doing this, I'm actually cool with OnlyFans because the reason I can be friends with OnlyFans. Men and women can't be friends unless one of the other person places the other person in the friend zone. So that's what I'm trying to say. So the reason why you're friends with your friends is because you place them in the friend zone, and I can firmly place these women in the friend zone because most men that interact with these women want something. Most men do. They, even when they start, they'll act like they don't want anything from these girls, but they do, right? Because a lot of men, it's just sex. They always want something at the end, right? Of course. But I don't want anything other than the fact that I want to tell you about your life, and that's enough for me. And it's a thing where I'm not telling you about your life because I'm trying to say I'm better than you or nothing. I'm just trying to give you a bit of advice, but I'm not going to date an OnlyFans girl because I wouldn't be nothing serious and I'll be wasting my time. And I believe in energies and sexual transfer and all these types of stuff, and I just don't believe those are the types of girls you want to be entertaining.
But don't you think that people can change though? At all?
Okay.
Because it's like, for example, we're in a modern generation, yeah? I definitely think...
When you say change, what do you mean?
Change, like you met a girl, she does YouTube sex version, which is obviously OnlyFans. She decides to... Do you think she can just stop that?
Yes, I believe she can change, but there's going to be a problem after she stops it.
What problem?
What do you mean, bro?
No problem. That's what I'm asking.
The reminiscence of busting it open for $9.99 on the net, like,
I hear you.
like it's gonna, like, you cannot erase it, especially with how content goes viral now.
I hear you. I
I've
hear you.
even seen OnlyFans.
That's what I'm saying. I've never actually been on OnlyFans ever.
No,
What,
I've
how does
never
it work?
been
The people, is it like a
I've never been there too.
no, yeah, this motherfucker. No, but how does it work? The people upload. Is it like is it no, but is it like a live thing or is it videos
No,
or
it's a
pictures?
subscription-based service, isn't it?
So people pay for it and then
yeah,
they can
so
access
bro, you know
stuff.
what it is, bro? It's basically like all things, right? Subscription-based. So you have to get on there, but bro, you have to put in work. You're a content creator. So you might be shaking your thing, but you have to shake it well and get bare subscriptions. Do you get me? And then,
So you see, because I'm asking silly questions.
Yeah,
So when
go on.
these people sign, so people pay for say like if there was a girl, she's doing OnlyFans.
Yeah.
People pay £20, £30.
whatever to sign up to.
So she picks the fee. How much?
Yeah,
it
she
is.
picks the fee,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
and then what and then when they pay, they can see her naked videos. And shit.
Well, she says whatever she allows them to see in it. Not only all of it is like top, whatever. Yeah, you get
Oh,
me.
cool.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay,
But
okay,
a lot of
okay.
times, guys get finessed. They subscribe to something. They're like, "This is dead." And
Oh,
then-
there's nothing on it.
Well, nothing
Oh,
like
okay.
nothing what they really want, right?
I get you.
The rule, but then what happens is, in order to be a good creator, you start competing with other gal. So you might get on there and start off quite, I'm gonna just toes and stuff. But in order to get the real bag, you have to start doing more stuff, and that's what really happens, right? You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I think that's a lot of the trap.
I think
I get
the
you, that's
problem with this conversation of OnlyFans, I think it's because people are normalizing sex in
course.
public view so much that there's certain things that are being mentioned that are just like general knowledge and general topic of conversation that really is so harmful to just society as a whole. For us to even have a conversation with always trying to highlight OnlyFans, all we're doing is just growing that tumor that is affecting a lot of people, because a lot of girls will go and do all of these things, and it's only later down the line that they realize, oh damn, all the surgery I've done for all of this has made me feel ugly now that my mind has changed.
Oh, of
Not
course, of
everybody is freaking Black China. You know what I mean?
But
How do you mean?
You're
Change
Black China
changing.
reversed the process,
I know
but
what you
Black
mean.
China has got the money, the prowess to be able to make that change. Whether
Can I ask you a question?
even.
You mean like when she's safe as on one side, I was about to say one thing, but do you mean just like, for example, she takes herself out of Atlanta, finds herself in Rome? That whole plastic surgery body isn't fitting in Rome the same.
Yeah, she took off. She took
She
all of.
dissolved everything.
Yeah.
Because she can. Not everyone.
And
in a
she
new
got
lifestyle
baptized.
now,
And
you
she
know?
got baptized. Yeah.
Yeah, but think about it. A lot of these people do all of these amazing things, and it's like it's because you're a person of power.
Of course.
You know, but not everybody is like that. And like you said, all of these girls are even just earning the average $130 a month. For $130, you've done something to yourself that you will look back at it and you think, oh, it's true. Do you know
So let's
what?
speak about Black China for a second, right? So, we all know who Black China is. She was,
This is banging, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Big up the slush.
Big up Ice Slash, you guys. Come
Come
on.
like some Kool-Aid.
Bang.
Crazy thing. Like, crazy.
I love this.
I've been
She,
going ham
you know
with
what? She
it.
was complaining earlier. She's like, "Why is it not fast?" I said, "Listen, no worry. It's gonna defrost right for the show, and it's gonna be what you need. Thank
Yeah,
you."
that's fire.
I have. Listen, we have Dinalva here. Like, we have to make sure. Like, she's like our special guest today. We have to make sure she's all good.
Stop it.
It's
I'm
all
happy
right.
about that.
We have to gas her up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
I don't even think I need it, but yeah. Anyway,
She
Black
don't need
China.
it. Anyway, Black China. So obviously she's married. She had a baby with Bob Kardashian. She wait.
Tiger.
And Tiger. Wait. She's got two. With Bob Kardashian. Tiger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Tiger first, innit?
Yeah. Tiger
Yeah,
first.
I remember
Bob
that. I
Kardashian.
remember that. Yeah.
Right. She was basically a car crash, like a car crash, right? Now she decided to find the Lord. And the problem when people find God is you can't really criticize them. It's a weird one, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when people do the most, but I found this to be quite a repetitive thing. Girls do the most when they're young. Yeah. They'll get multiple baby daddies. This is the ones that are moving wild, right? They get multiple baby daddies, and then they will get, once you have a high body count, and then once they get to their 30s and they realize actually people just want to sleep with me, no one's trying to be with me, then all of a sudden they want to find the Lord, because when you find the Lord, no one can shame you. Again, it's like, you know what? And then everyone claps, right? I saw that, is it Kat Von D? Kat Von D?
Yeah, she's just been baptized.
She just got baptized. The type of spells and witchcraft and juju that woman was doing, there's no way you can just go to, like, you might need to, I think they need to stick her in there overnight or something, because there's no way you could just get a little bit of dash of holy water and,
Yeah.
no, I'm not, listen, I can't say that, because when someone gets, you know what I mean?
That's what part of your religion is, though.
But listen, you can't just be making a deal with Satan and all of a sudden you just think that, yo,
Of course.
Black China had the Baphomet tattooed on her. You know what I mean? Then she got it removed, right? So it represents what a lot of girls think in modern day. They think they can just do the most, and then all of a sudden, you know what? I'm changed. I heard this new one. Oh, I'm a born again virgin. How can you become a born again virgin? It's impossible.
Who said that?
I'm hearing women saying, I'm a born again virgin now. I just want to be born.
No, it's silliness. I think people are just sometimes trying to say things that make themselves feel a bit better, like as if they've repented for a lot of the mistakes they've made. And usually the action of, the visual, the optics of like baptism and things like that, it makes them feel like, okay, I've repented, I'm a better person. But we won't even know until they start doing the work of light.
Yeah,
That's when you know. When people truly repent, you see that from then on, every single step they take is sunshine. And that's something that sometimes you gotta wait and see, because some people can go and reverse the whole process of kissing the devil and be saved, but to be saved you have to do the work. It's not just saying I'll accept it and that's me. You still have to deal with the karma. You still have to accept and make active action.
Nava, I think it's the same when it comes down to single mothers and that. Yeah, I always think the ones that get the best results are the ones that do the work. Like there's some, you know what I mean? Like I think, and it comes down, and the reason I want to use it is because you can get remarried, of course you can. It's not saying like, but you have to have done the work. You have to be a woman that says, actually, you know what? I understand. I come with this or whatever. I understand.
You have to be someone that deserves it.
Yeah, and then because men want to be married. I've said this before. So it's everything that happens to men. We shouldn't get married. We shouldn't want to get married because it comes at the biggest risk to men. It does, and suicide rates, especially after divorce, is extremely high for men. Right, so it comes with a lot of stress for men to get married. Right?
It takes two to tango, brother. Do you know how much stress it is for the woman?
Of course, it's
So
just...
let's
We're speaking about men's
both
suicide.
sides.
This is what I mean.
I know.
Yeah, this is why I say women don't care about men's mental health, because whenever you speak about it, they don't care, guys.
I do care, but the victimization that
It's
is
not-
actually at times is also self-inflicted. That's the whole problem. It's not just
Women break up the relationship 70 to 8% of the time.
brother. And then
Dinalva, how
and
many
what
men
does
have?
that
Yeah,
mean?
but- yeah,
Why did they break up the
usually-
I don't
relationship?
because
Where's the whys? Where's the context that make these?
there's
numbers
always
be
a
real?
reason though. There's
Of
always
course
a reason.
there has to be a reason, because there's a lot of men, the same one, some of them choose suicide, others choose to batter their wives.
Okay, the proportion of women that leave because of abuse is less than 5%. So
And
let's
then,
remove that.
and also abuse is highly non-reported, which is another thing. Like there's so
But
much.
now we live in a
context.
world where we're just anything can happen, really.
Yeah, no, we don't
No,
live in
no,
a world of
no,
nothing.
yeah,
really,
like,
of course,
just-
of course.
Do you know how many women
Women-
get beat at home?
Go on.
Usually a woman gives so many chances.
Yeah, I
And
know.
then they've made their mind up in their head. They play it out for as long as possible to the point they can't get past it. And then, but the guy never knows.
But obviously,
They can never
influence, though, innit?
fathom that it's actually going to be an end.
Yeah.
And it's a massive surprise to them.
And I'll be honest with you, no man gets married, spends all that money, like I said, does all these things, makes the announcement, and he decides he wants to get divorced. It's women that wake up one day and be like, oh, you know what, actually, I'm bored, or for any reason, and then they break up.
There's
But-
no,
but-
no,
but
And
I'm
it's
sure-
not just the man that spends the cash as
No,
well.
but I'm
Come
sure.
on.
Look, let me not. But I'm sure in 16 years, if your woman wanted to figure a reason why to leave, I'm sure she could have figured the reason why, bro. Like, you get me, yeah?
But there would have been a whole.
No,
And
but-
same with him, he
Band
could have
of
figured out.
things.
Yeah,
a
but
way.
guess what?
Of course,
But guess what they did? Guess what they did? They said, no, we're gonna work on it and we're gonna keep building. Like, and this
Yeah,
is
of
what no
course.
one has today. We live in a throwaway society. Like, see, you know what? There used to be four.
But bro, you know,
you know what it is? There used to be 4 seasons, of the year, right? But they still 4
Yeah,
seasons of the year,
of course,
right?
yeah.
But fashion 4 seasons. There used to be 4 seasons. You what was it spring, summer, autumn? Was it fall, winter, or fall, winter? Right now. Fashion is 52. There's 52 seasons. Every single week, fast fashion, because of how they created disposable. So every single week is cheap fashion. You throw it away, disposable. This is how they treat relationships. Yeah. So we live in a throwaway economy, especially with how people look at with dating apps and swipe right, swipe left, and all the rest of it. There's so much options that most people are not going to stick it out. So if you work it and you stick it out, it's because you realize that, you know what, we are stronger together than apart. But we live in a world where, especially when you got friends, a lot of women girlfriends are the ones that actually destroy their own relationships, bro.
Of course, but
So-
but not is that a lot of this
It goes
generation, they
both
survive off of
ways,
influence, innit? Yeah, like there's a lot of influence that goes on now. How many influences the happy marriages now? Like how many people do you know that are happy marriage that influence like in society?
Bro, I spoke about marriage being and people made a big deal about it's just a piece of paper, and I can't believe it caused so much
Of course. But what I'm
controversy
saying, there's
about something
all
which
of the-
I thought was just
but all of the
common
people we
sense.
look up to, it's not a thing. Marriage isn't a cool thing anymore.
Yeah.
Like being a couple isn't really a cool thing anymore. Like it's not cool. Like it's not. It's a positive. It's not.
Yeah.
That's not cool. Like all of our like obviously we got kids. Yeah, our kids are gonna look up to people. I mean, like when I was young, I used to watch My Wife and Kids.
Yeah.
I kind of base my parenthood off of my man.
Yeah.
I look at that whole. I think he even manifested that.
But he's
same
shaking,
set of kids.
His boy had a youth. Remember?
Yeah, no, same section. His first was like daughter,
Junior.
daughter, son, daughter. I base my whole manifesting off my man.
Yeah.
These youngers ain't got My Wife and Kids, bro.
They
What have they got growing up to look at as a couple? I remember David Beckham, Victoria Beckham. Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
No, but where's the last? Who's the last one? Who's the newest one?
Oh, they
I'm asking
broke
you,
up in it.
No, but I don't know.
together,
No, they're still together. They could start the
They'll never
Netflix
break up.
program.
Yeah, they'll never break
I watched. They got viral clips of them about them still
never-
as a thing. But what my point is though, yeah, who's the new David and Victoria though?
trying to think.
There's
Show me
no
one.
way for Offset and Cardi B.
Obviously, yeah, no, that's one. No, that is one. No,
It's true,
no,
though.
that's
You know
true.
they're still married though.
That's one. Don't tell me they're not one.
No, it's
They,
one.
I see
They're
bare
not married
clips
yet.
about them too, and
Yeah.
they're for each other.
Yeah, right,
bare clips.
yeah.
Yeah, they're ratchet,
But-
and he's
but
dodgy as
ratchet.
fuck. Yeah, dodgy, ratchet. I know, but they're there for each other.
But bro, you just said to me the best we have to offer for marriage is
It's them
Cardi
two.
B and Offset.
I know.
We're finished.
We're finished.
That's
That's why we're fucked.
done.
That's why we're fucked. My man is crazy. She's used to be an ex-stripper. I remember my boy got her number and that and was calling her.
That's crazy.
Like, my boy, well, I'm not gonna say his name, but I remember that he
yeah,
went to
yeah.
America. He come back. He FaceTimed her in front of us and all like she was a stripper, he met. And obviously now that's someone's wife. But like you just said, that's the current role model.
Yeah.
That's fucking long.
But
That
when
is
we
the
look
current
at
role
when we
model,
look at
you know?
when we look at power couples, like obviously I don't. It's like you're right. We don't. I'm trying to think of.
But try to tell me one.
See, I'm
Michelle
trying to think.
Obama and Barack Obama. I think they're actually a really sweet example of a couple, of a modern couple, and I'll explain to you why.
I want to say modern.
But I wouldn't say
no,
modern.
because
Yeah.
I'll tell you they're a modern couple because the woman is heavily qualified. The woman is a modern
100%.
woman. And actually, you've got Barack Obama, who held one of the most powerful positions in the world. He held that position as a man that didn't feel threatened by a woman that is extremely qualified.
I don't agree with
She
that.
played her role as a woman and stayed doing her own thing
No,
in the
but
background.
No, she did
and
too
gave him
much.
that space.
They're even older than David and Vic.
I'll be-
No, but I'm saying, but even
I'll be
that's
honest.
something that people can
With
aspire
the Barack
to.
Obama, with the
Works
Barack
well.
Obama and Michelle Obama thing, like I believe, like obviously, like she did way too much. She did way too much. It was supposed to be about Barack Obama.
I hear you with
but
that.
It became the Michelle Obama show, innit?
I agree with that. That
This is
kinda
the
brought him
first
down a
time.
bit.
This is the first time we had a black president, quote unquote black president. And what did he spend his whole time doing? Sharing it with Michelle Obama, and it became
agree.
about a strong black. And what we need to do.
No
as
other
men,
presidency has done that.
But what we need to do as a man, as a strong black man, is we need to show, yes, we lead. Yeah, but we don't need to have. Did you see Trump having his. Melania Trump was just there at the side, Michelle Obama. And that's the problem with
the
black
fact
women.
with their daughters, innit?
A lot of black women, they don't want to let the black man lead and take center stage. So I don't see why when the first time we had it, she didn't get elected, he did. So what was she doing there?
And I'll tell you and I'll tell you why. And this is the problem. It's always the me show. No. You are a couple. He is in the seat, and you are the first lady, and you're walking around and doing the same job that he is because you still have to go meet people, you still have to go to dinners, you still have to fulfill your diplomatic.
First lady, I
Yeah,
thought she was
but-
the president.
But
I
wait,
thought she
wait,
was the
wait,
president.
wait. saying there's no
She done too
No,
much. No,
the
you
whole
don't. No,
point-
you don't.
the
You need to
whole-
sit in the background
Listen,
and let your
the
man
whole
run
point-
it. You're not the man.
No, but
It's like Harry and Meghan as well. Look how much that whole situation fucked
Harry
him.
and Meghan pissed me off,
No,
man.
but Harry
that's
swear
an
that.
example. That's the
Harry ruined his whole life for
Ruined
this.
this.
Hold on, yeah. With Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, the reason why I say is that as a partnership, they inspired a lot of people because they had a relationship where the man doesn't have this whole thing of like, it's me, bro. You're the
Inspired,
president.
of course.
You're the one that is making the decisions whether or not your wife has camera time. Why does it always have to be one of those things? Like, it's me.
That's even
I got
worse.
power, bro. You know you got power. Why do you have need everybody to know? You know you got
no,
your
but do you know
dynamic.
why?
What points do you
Why
have
can't-
with
No,
your
but- no, but-
president?
no.
She's
No, but do you know,
the
do you know,
first
but do you know
lady.
why though? Because like you see, for example, I don't know, like Beyonce, yeah, Beyonce got with Jay-Z. If Beyonce got with fucking Brian from down the road, I don't need to know who the fuck Brian is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care who Brian is because I care about Beyonce. I'm paid to see Beyonce. If I pay tickets, like she charged big money. If I pay $2 to go to see her on concert and Brian comes out, who the fuck is Brian?
Well,
Like I know that he's related to her, yeah, and that's her husband.
Well,
but
she
I don't
pulls
care.
Jay-Z out.
No,
I know
Look,
because
look,
Jay-Z was famous as
look,
well, but.
Exactly, she's a
But,
G.
Dinalva,
but with Michelle, she was only popping because of my man.
So what I'll say with this is, yeah, it's just the optics. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, is like us as men are supposed to be leaders, right? Yeah, and I get it. A lot of women looked at it and she galvanized a lot of black women, and I get it and I understand it. But at the same time, it was way too much of a forward position for the fact that he was the first black president, right? And what it showed, it became all about, she's a strong, and it became about the Michelle Obama show. And I get it because it helped Obama in certain aspects, but also as a man, I just think she played too much of a lead role. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not gonna lie, as a student of US foreign policy, I do understand that Barack Obama had no problems in being a leader and making decisions as a president.
Of course.
It has nothing to do with Michelle Obama. And if anything, it was really important for people to finally have an example of a partnership,
it's
of
important
a
for women.
marriage.
But I think I was about to say,
not for men.
No. It's important for everyone, even men, because you know how many men now also, the same way that you said you've modeled your relationship on the my wife and kids thing, the same way that certain men will now model the fact that there's even a relationship because they respected Barack Obama so much.
On that respect,
even on my wife and kids, the wife is powerful.
No, and that's why I respect that whole situation.
She's doing
she
her
works
thing.
as well.
What do you think, Laura? What do you think about Michelle Obama?
I love Michelle Obama.
Yeah, everyone loves Michelle. Yeah,
Same way.
Do you think?
She bigs up her man. She bigs up her man.
Do you think
But
she
there is-
was?
but
Do you
there is
think
a
she was an
stigma in
asset
the
to
air,
Barack Obama?
Yeah, I thought she was.
When you saw Michelle Obama as a woman, what do you think she brought to it? What do you think she brought to his presidency?
What can I answer?
No, let her answer. No,
No,
you answer. I want you to answer because you said I liked her, and I like because I'm like us as men were like, what did she do? We're trying to figure out.
I don't know what she does, but I like her as a role model.
I thought she was a great role model.
But what did she do?
She showed great support.
Yes.
And she was a strong woman within her own right, wasn't she?
Whenever people say strong woman, what made her so strong?
Means that she's someone that is able to even have enough wisdom to be able to guide somebody, and you know that they can give you even sound and qualified advice. For example, now look at the difference between Michelle Obama and Melania Trump. Melania Trump being involved with Trump and having a funny relationship even got people to question his ability as a man. So actually having a woman that rides for you, that can stand there, that is not a little lamb but a lioness because you are a lion, sir. Fantastic, you're winning. Your woman uplifts you, gives you status.
It's a fine line field though. Do you not agree?
Yeah, you definitely.
Like, because it's obviously I do fully agree with that. And in the relationship I have is rare. My woman's rare. Not every woman's like that. I found a rare woman. That's why we die together.
Let's pick up your woman. Let's pick up your woman.
Thank you.
Big up, sister. Big up, sister.
But Michelle's one of them then. Yeah, Michelle's a rarity. Yeah, we can agree she's a rarity.
Yeah.
But then it's like, it is a thin line because it can go to the point where it weakens the man.
Yeah.
It's a thin line.
Another man can see it as
so she has to take control.
Yeah.
What's
Whereas
going
you
on?
see it as different. You're like, oh my gosh, it's so powerful.
There is this whole stigma in the world of a lot of us as men look to her as a weakness.
Yeah, and
not that we say that, but it's true. Just like the Harry and the Meghan thing. I only say that as an example because
I never perceived it that way.
Because you're a woman.
Yeah, because us as men, we look at
crossed
it
the
like,
line.
I know she's strong, but he's still above.
But guess what the difference
you know what I mean?
is between Michelle and Meghan? Michelle was not vocal. Meghan is vocal.
I
Michelle
agree,
didn't have
I agree.
a
But that's
right
where
to an
she's-
opinion and to say things. She kept quiet. She knows what the
I
mission
agree.
is. Together it's us against the world.
I agree.
Behind closed doors, they probably would have had fights. There would have been a lot of fight. There would have been a lot of things.
Meghan done a lot more vocal than she ever
Michelle
done.
Obama, you got to
We have to agree on that a lot
She
more.
protected her
Like,
man's image.
Of course,
She
of course.
gave him status.
Of course.
Even for women and for other men to be like, yo, big up Michelle Obama.
course.
You as Barack, you're thinking, yeah, man.
That's why
woman is a
I do
queen.
look at them as role models. Them two. I do. But the only reason why I don't name them relevant is because they're even older than David and Vic.
I know.
They're even.
So what are we saying?
But they're more.
So guys, so what we saying? So now, current marriage role model couples is Cardi B and Offset.
We're still thinking, and we still can't think. of them.
Because I know Jay-Z and that's old, isn't it? That's not like
I think for the younger generation.
Who is it? I'm trying to think. There's no one.
That aren't married yet, but
Who?
like the Molly May and Tommy.
But they're not married yet.
They're not married yet, but for the younger generation.
I think when
I agree. If they stay together, they will be.
No, but once they get once they get married, once they
Even
get
Tommy
married,
Fury is as well.
yeah, that's
Similar.
what I'm talking
He's
about.
another one.
Yeah, once they
But his limelight on who he is and his inspiration doesn't come from his marriage. It doesn't get pushed out like that.
Yeah.
None of us really know that about him. So it's not our influence. Like I said, my wife and kids, he was that guy.
Yeah.
He really, like me, my whole influence, a lot of my shit that I push, if you know me on the gram, very family orientated.
Yeah.
I don't have a game plan to hide that.
Yeah.
My wife and kids guy didn't have a game plan to hide that.
Yeah.
A lot of people like like Jay-Z. I wouldn't really say he's a family.
But you know Jay-Z got other
I saw
kids?
videos of Beyonce crying like she was being forced to marry him. And
You
shit.
know-
I still question that whole thing.
Do you know who,
It doesn't feel
who we haven't
solid.
mentioned yet, but I think they're a really good example. Rihanna and A$AP Rocky.
But they're not married.
I don't think they are.
That's the worst example. He's a beta male. Are you alright?
I'll explain to you.
Nah, that's the worst example.
I'll explain to you why. Because a lot of men, this now goes down to this whole idea of what do you define as a man? Because there's so many
paints
definitions.
his nails.
Listen, there's
He
so many
paints his nails. Do you want your man painting your nails?
Wait, there's so many.
I want to ask you a question. Do you want a
Okay,
man
so
that paints his nails?
Let me tell you something.
He's a joke.
Just a yes or no?
It
No,
depends.
I know. No, you
It depends
don't.
on the culture.
No, you don't. No, you
I don't
don't.
really care. To be honest, let me explain to you
Okay,
why.
so your family
you
all
guys
around,
are
all that
talking
golden,
about
and Hooks
A$AP
and
Rocky
nails.
being a beta man, but this is the problem. This is why men also are the fools that hurt themselves, because there are men committing suicide because they don't fulfill the definition of the man, which is I have to be
No,
the
they
one
commit
in the
suicide
picture.
because their wife divorced them and takes the kids.
No, it's not
That's
the only
why.
reason. A lot of men feel inadequate because you're calling somebody like A$AP Rocky, who is a beta male. These
Yeah.
times he's
Yeah,
there
but
for his woman.
I'm not
He's
calling him
there
a beta,
for
that's
his
what he said.
children.
I am.
He
He
said-
paints his nails.
No, it's okay, but
wears-
he's there
he
for
wears
his
dresses.
children.
I don't-
He's there for his wife.
Yeah,
he
but
claims
then
his
it-
wife publicly.
Yeah, but how long is this though?
privately in-
You say how old is his child? Is what 2?
It doesn't
That's
matter.
not.
It doesn't matter.
Because you can't claim there for a child if you've just been born.
Listen, as it
Like,
stands,
10 years from now, we can talk
how
about
many
it.
men have we not talked
Have
about
they?
that? They've got 2 babies now. How many men are not even present that they leave? We're just talking about baby mothers.
of course.
She is not a baby mother. He's
course.
there, very present, very happy to
100%.
hold the children, to be an active father, not to be a father that is just there to be like, I provide for my woman to take care of my kids. He takes care of his own children.
agree.
So it's a good example
I mean,
of motherhood and
if
fatherhood.
he actually does everything you just said, that's a good example.
I mean, from what...
But I don't
It's
see,
a good example, but to me, he's still a beta
But
male.
I just don't see the viral pictures or the people talking about them as a couple.
So guys, we're coming to the end today. So yeah, man, I feel like it's been a calm show. I mean, I've learned a little bit more. I think I probably got a little bit more insight. Thank you for coming. Like I definitely think I've learned a little bit more. And I just think when it comes to baby mamas and when it comes to family units and stuff, I think there is still kind of there's a blueprint, and you know we kind of know what that blueprint gets us.
Yeah.
And there's other ways you can go, right? And that can lead to all different ways. I'm not saying the blueprint is perfect, but it's the one blueprint that's kind of built society, right? And I think when you sit down with other people, when you listen to how they're doing their thing and what is they're doing interactions, I think it kind of just gets us a little bit closer. So, so, bro, like, we're going to just do our final thoughts. So, yeah, man, just shout out your Instagram, let people know where they can hit you up and stuff.
Yeah, hit me up. Moss Media, MOSS Media. You know, all types of fun stuff. If you follow me, I shoot music videos. So if you want to get something cracking, just hit me up. Yeah.
Cool. And over to you.
I mean, I'm not a big Insta.
You know, let them know because you said you're teaching
Goldsworth.
you're teaching the kids. You're doing
Goldsworth.
yeah.
Come on.
And you do makeup. What people can book you?
Yeah, people can book me.
Yeah, cool. Laura Goldsworth, and make sure you hit her up. And
That's a sick
last but certainly not least,
Dinalva, so just search it up, Miss Dinalva, if you want to be doing the full thing. There's not many out there on Instagram, so Dinalva will do. And yeah, follow me just to see what I'm up to. I'm definitely showing more sides of me that are not just relationship based. And you'll get to know a little bit more about my personality, because he said to me he thought he was going to hate me, but when he met me in private,
why are you holding it?
Cool.
This is what they do. This is why you don't tell them nothing. You know that. This is why you don't say, because they're gonna hush it out. Yeah.
brother, I don't keep no secrets. Everybody gotta know the truth. He likes me. He thought I was bad, but he realized I'm sweet.
Go. So guys, guys.
Also, catch China on Only China.
They come to image you. Oh my god.
1999 a month.
Hi, my name is China,
China Ting.
and I have the Mandems
599.
voice. I want to thank you to all of my guests for coming. Shout out to Moss, you get me. Shout out to Laura. Shout out to the demon Dinalva. She don't like that name, but I'm going to give it to her anyway. I am the menace. My name is China, and you guys make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe. And if you're really in your bag, you join our membership. We got 3 different tiers, and we out.